wake up and let the weirdness begin. It's the KVJ Show to start your morning. Kevin is the host, and his skin pigment is whiter than Casper the Ghost. Virginia sounds like this. Nickname Vicious Beast, so don't get her pissed. It's Jason, talks like a spaz, and they love to talk about Bigfoot and stats. So get ready, here we go. You're listening to 97.9 with the KVJ Show.
Yeah, what's up? Welcome to the KVJ Show, and look who's back today. Virginia.
The witch.
I'm back. She is. A nice little straight drive through yesterday.
I did.
Okay.
It wasn't so bad. The weather was good. It was not as bad as going out there. It was kind of yucky, but coming back was smooth sailing.
Okay.
11 and a half hour drive?
Yeah, about. Yeah.
Okay.
It's definitely a long one. And, you know, I mean, me and Rocco, we like to stop. We like to stop at Buc-ee's.
Did you? Yeah.
Oh, yeah. We stopped
found
at
a Buc-ee's?
We went to Buc-ee's and we went to Busy Bee.
What is the highlight of Buc-ee's, though? Somebody had said it was the brisket. They said, oh, and you go in the brisket.
The brisket is great. I just love perusing the store and all the new different snacks.
It's massive.
It's massive.
Okay.
It's impressive at Buc-ee's.
Okay.
The bathrooms are clean. Same thing at Busy Bee. Busy Bee is just like a lower budget Buc-ee's.
Okay.
Everybody that talks Buc-ee's, oh my gosh, Buc-ee's, this is the best.
Yeah.
They really are passionate about it.
Yeah, it sounds like a big deal. Okay, well, sounds like you had a good time. Was there any other highlights that we weren't aware of that happened from Mardi Gras in New Orleans?
Oh, gosh, the weather was so perfect. It was gorgeous.
Looked good from the photos you posted.
Oh, my gosh. It was like sunny and 68 every day. It was just gorgeous weather. Okay. Everybody was just in a great mood.
All right. Did you see any tatas?
I did.
Okay.
I did see a few tatas.
Were they good tatas or bad tatas?
It was a mix.
That's such is life.
It was a mix.
Yeah.
There was some that I wish I didn't see.
Yeah.
Again, that's just life, baby.
But even the bad ones are fun. I mean, it gives you
boob, huh?
It gives you something to talk about.
It creates a fun atmosphere.
It does.
Yeah. Okay. Well, here we go. Virginia's back in the saddle again. Got the whole team back together and ready to go.
What are you thinking about? What are you thinking about? What's on your mind? Are you thinking about? What are you thinking about?
What you think about today, Jay Bird?
There are certain things on this planet I know. I know in my heart, I've accepted it. It just brings out the worst in me. One of them being technical issues I don't understand. And I don't know if it's happened to y'all or people who listen, KVJ Nationers. It's happened to me about 3 different times on Facebook. You'll be into Facebook and you're writing up a post. You're spending all this time on it, and you learn a lesson to always copy and paste as you're writing something long. If not, you're going to lose it. But what will happen is you'll be inside Facebook writing something, and you're getting ready to wrap it up, and all of a sudden, Facebook locks you out, shuts you down, throws you out of Facebook, and saves none of your work. So everything you've written, it's happened to me at least 3 times, and it is nothing short of devastating. Does anyone know what I'm talking about?
Yeah, that happens to me a lot, especially when I'm posting on my phone.
My gosh, I forgot to copy and paste. And I'm telling y'all for a cautionary tale, if you're writing something along on any social media, remind yourself, I'm halfway through. Let me copy and paste this part just in case I have to rewrite all of this again.
Yeah.
Because if you've ever written something out and then you have to rewrite it angry, it don't come out that good. It's all in caps. Like, enjoy this video, everybody. Send. Oh, man, but it does. It brings out the worst in me. For about an hour, I was trying to come down from it.
Yeah, technology, man.
Well, when it doesn't make sense, that's what it gets me.
Yeah.
Why is Facebook doing that?
I don't know.
I think it's just a flaw I know in the app on my phone, it'll just do that all the time. I'll go to look at something or post something, and it just shuts down and brings you back to your home screen. You're like, what just happened?
That's exactly what it does.
Yeah.
You go, okay, well, maybe it's coming back. No, it's gone.
It's gone.
You start refreshing. You
gotta start over.
The state of denial is about 5 minutes. You go, oh my gosh, maybe it's here. Maybe it's there.
Maybe there's a way.
Maybe there's a way.
Maybe there's a way.
And then you come to the realization where you accept it.
You got to rewrite it, and it's
There
not
ain't
going
no
to be
way.
as good.
Yeah.
Right. It never is as
Never.
good.
It's terrible.
Cautionary tale, copy and paste.
Okay. So for you, it's really social media more than technology, or would you say it's technology?
It's technology. It's when things. It's when I do something every single day, A, B, C is always working, and then all of a sudden, out of the blue, A, B, and C is just not working that way, and it's doing something out of the normal. Then I'm Googling this problem, and I don't even know really what I'm Googling. Now I'm on this hunt for
It's a big time waster.
It is.
Well, it's a problem because I think everybody's got way too much to do. So when you have a hiccup like that and you've got to take an hour to investigate what you have to do, and you were just going to get everything done in the right amount of time.
Yes.
And then you got to explain to people, why isn't this done? Well, I had this. And
then I'll have a secondary thing where I feel bad about getting upset. Like, what are you getting upset about that stuff? Man, life's too short.
Yeah, no,
Damn it,
I hear you.
I failed again.
We're all a little too stressed.
For sure.
We all got a little too much on our plate.
That's why I had a whiskey before we were whatever.
Okay. Yeah. I saw this and it feels so right. There's a survey that's out now, and they say that it takes just 7 stressful work days before we want a vacation.
That's true.
Yeah, so it means, basically 7 since your last vacation, not necessarily 7 days in a row, but after your 7th, just, I've had that day, I'm stressed, you're like, I need another vacation. And we do. If they're going to keep piling stuff on everybody, we need more vacations.
Ralston,
just saying.
You're due for a vacation, aren't you?
Yeah, heading to Nashville in about another week around St. Patty's Day. Yeah, I'm going to be there for St. Patrick's Day. So.
Fancy pants.
Yeah, I'm excited about that. So they keep bringing new things out about technology, too. So is it going to make our lives better, or is it going to make us more frustrated like Jaybird is today? Have you heard about this new Apple Lens that's coming out? I don't know if this is going to be the best thing or worst thing ever. Apple is in the process of designing high-tech contact lenses, which will let you live in an augmented reality without the need for a handheld device. So you would have these contact lenses, the Apple Lens. It would combine the iPhone with the Apple Glass. And through these Apple lenses in your eyes, you can make calls, search the web, and even play games while being able to see the world around you. Imagine that.
Is freaky.
Is this freaking you out or what?
You think your phone is distracting?
Oh my goodness.
Too much. Too
Apple
connected.
Lens. Apple Lens. Yeah, now they're unlikely to have their own computing power, and instead they would rely on another device. So even though they said you wouldn't need a phone, you still might need something like a phone.
Or an implant in your brain.
Yeah.
Oh, we were heading there.
Yeah. Or they say somehow 5G connection will be able to get that. But then imagine if we're all so reliant on everything and someone is able to wipe out the 5G. Finally, Putin gets to America and he takes out our 5G. And we're all like, oh, my Apple Lens won't work. Oh, no. Can't make a call. It could be crazy. They say, and the odd thing about this is the Apple Lens will be much cheaper than an iPhone. Which I don't know how.
That's a trap. It's a trap.
It feels like a trap,
It's a trap.
doesn't it? That surprised me because I'm like, okay.
You're still going to have the phone, and you're going to have the lens.
And some weird kind of cord that doesn't come with it. They go,
Yep.
oh, you need this cord. It's
The
$900.
Implant that goes under your flesh behind your ear.
Yeah, all of it's right. Everything you're saying is all going to happen.
So when is this going to happen? They say they expect a 2030 release date. So we're 8 years out from the Apple Lens. But this is a look into the future. 10 years from now, we may all be getting rid of our phones. We may be going with lenses in our eyes.
You don't even like the contacts.
I
Neither
don't.
do I. I tried.
I don't. I know.
I tried to wear the contacts for eyes back in the day, and I hated them.
My eyes are very sensitive to everything. I have to wear sunglasses all the time now. I can't even imagine if I were doing that or getting something in my eye. I just wonder, is Apple heading in the right direction and they're going to change the world again like they did with the iPhone, or are they just going off a cliff?
The world's going to change, and if you didn't grow up with all this stuff and you're seeing it all develop, and it's weird to you. But if you're born into it, it's going to be your normal. So what is weird?
Well, that's just it. Will this be successful? Because to Virginia's point, the first thing I thought was like, I hate contact lenses.
I hate putting stuff in my eye.
Yeah, I do.
I don't do well.
My eye does a weird thing. I used to have to try to force it open, and it was like my eye knew it was coming, and I'm fighting my eye to try to keep it open to put the lens in, and I drop it and fall in the sink.
Beady eyes fight back.
Yeah, they do. Yeah, these things have got an attitude to them.
I see people put contacts in their eyes all the time. It makes me.
I don't know how they do it.
Me
It's
out.
one of those things.
Do it.
Either you can or you can't. And so if you're a person that can't, what is it going to mean? Are you going to be left out of society when everybody else is wearing Apple lenses and you can't? I don't know. That's what they say is coming.
Blowing our minds, Ralston.
Oh, that's it, man. Yeah, baby. That's it. What's on your mind today, Virginia?
I brought you guys gifts from New Orleans.
Oh, you did? Okay.
Okay, so I brought this for you, Kevin. It's a seasoning called Slap Yo Mama.
Yeah, you know what? I've got
Woohoo!
I got some of that already, and I love it.
I also brought,
I love that stuff.
I caught this, a beer pong set for you, Jay Byrne.
I love
Okay.
it. Thank you.
That's good. Already been used.
I got these
Minimal
for
spit.
I caught these for everybody. COVID test. You get a test. You get a test.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Everybody gets a test.
Isn't that crazy? Like, yeah, you got this right away in New Orleans. It says from the New Orleans Health Department, and I ordered mine day one, and it still hasn't shown up yet.
Here, have another one. COVID test. Woo!
Thank you.
COVID test is the equal of getting underwear for Christmas. For a present.
Yay.
And this is for you too, Kevin. It's a skin-colored flute.
Oh, yeah, just what I need.
Rocco was playing with that all week.
He was.
He got that at the parade.
He's broken it in. Oh, good heavens. Wow. All right.
That wasn't funny enough is used.
Right. Beautiful stuff. All right, we are all back together. Virginia is here with us, back from Mardi Gras in New Orleans. If you want to see what's going on, we got KVJ TV cranking right now. You don't need the Apple lens to watch it. Just go right there to your smartphone or your flat screen TVs and dial it up on YouTube. Just look for the KVJ Show. I should be looking like I'm 70 years old if this is true. Adolescent behaviors that age you later on in life. They had done a study of kids between the ages of 11 and 15 and some of the things that they were doing, and they found there were 3 factors that would age them later on in life. They say that adolescents who smoked have been diagnosed with obesity or a psychological disorder would age faster than their peers. And they say by the time you were the age of 45, scientists were discovering that the adults who had any 2 or more of these 3 risk factors would wind up aging a good bit more. Like they would walk 2 inches per second slower. They would have a brain age 2.5 years older, and they would look about 4 years older in their faces.
Kevin, you're a miracle. You were overweight, you smoked, and on top of all that, you had a teenage mullet, which could not have helped.
Yeah. And I had a grandmother that was... and a dad that was on lithium to keep his balance. So, you know, it's probably in my bloodstream somewhere. So, yeah, in a sense, you could argue I had all 3 factors. So
But look at you. You beat the odds, baby.
Well, the only thing I'm thinking is if I didn't have those 3 factors, I might look like I'm 12 now. I might just be it. I don't know what the balance was, but yeah, it's like, how about that? That's kind of crazy. Now, the only thing I can think is I was fat Kevin. I was really portly. Starting 6th grade, I started to chub up. 7th got there. 8th is when I hit my peak.
That was your
8th grade,
heaviest.
that was my heaviest.
Okay.
That's when I was raging. And then between the summer of my 8th and 9th grade year, then the weird thing about it was I lost a lot of weight. I think it was about 75 pounds I lost.
Dang.
But then I picked up a smoking habit.
Was that 75 pounds? Was that fat Kevin going, you know what? I'm sick of this crap. I'm going to not eat as much. Did you make a conscious effort, or did puberty kick in?
No, I told you I was at a summer camp, a Christian summer camp, with a buddy of mine, skinny, good-looking kid, and there were these 2 girls, and he was trying to hook up a little date for the hayride that they had, and he's like going, hey, do you want to ride on the hayride with me and my brother? And I remember the one girl looked at me and was going, he can't be your brother. He's too fat.
Oh.
And that just
Fat
stuck
Kevin,
in
huh?
my head. And I replayed that over and over again. Whenever I thought about eating something bad or just any food, that just rang out in my head. And I said, I'm done with being fat. That ain't happening to me again.
I just want to hug fat Kevin right
Yeah.
now. I can feel
That
it.
was it. And then I started to lose a ton of weight. And then my mom thought I was anorexic. I had to go to the the doctor. She's like, "What's going on with you?"
But Fat Kevin is right though. If you, because it happened to me too, where
Yeah.
I had weight on me, and a girl called me out that I had a crush
Yeah.
on, and
It'll turn
boy,
you
oh
around.
boy, does it turn you around? You're like, oh boy, I don't want this to ever happen again.
Yeah. So that was it. I think that's still driving my life today.
I think
Yeah.
you are probably right.
I don't
You
think.
can't be his brother. You're too fat.
Because you
yeah.
probably had a crush on the girl too.
Well,
and-
she was cute, and then I just realized to me, I'm like, okay, this is how everyone is looking at me. From the world. I'm like, I was getting to that age where you want girls to like you. I think up until then, the only girl I cared about was Little Debbie.
and she is very loyal.
She's very loyal, never did me wrong, brought me a lot of joy, but then I realized I had to break up with Little Debbie if I was ever going to get any other girl in my life.
Yeah, and
At least that's what I thought.
I mean, 8th grade, in my opinion, that is when kids are they're at the apex
Yeah.
of their meanest.
It was.
Middle school kids,
Cutting.
look out, man.
Cutting
Yeah,
was
that'll
tough.
make you
They
cry.
will make an adult. Yeah, they are mean.
Yeah, cutting. It was tough. Well, what would you say? I mean, here's the 3 factors they said: smoking, obesity, a psychological disorder. That's their 3. Is there anything that you've ever identified in life that ages you more than anything? Because I think even on top of all those factors, there's nothing I've seen that ages a person more than meth. That has to be
Yeah.
far and away the number one. If you want to completely ruin your face and your appearance, go right to meth, because that's how you do it faster than anything.
Dehydration. I think if you don't stay hydrated, it can crack your skin. And doctors
Okay.
always tell me you got to stay hydrated for many reasons, but especially trying to look. I can see it in my face when I'm dehydrated.
Heard that. I've heard that. That's one of the best things you can do for your skin is getting at least 2 glasses of water a day. And I think there are a lot of us out there that struggle.
I do,
with getting
man.
enough.
I hate water. I mean, look at me. It's. I have to bring this big
Yeah.
thing to make me. Bird, remind yourself to drink this. If not, I won't drink it.
Well, I still can't figure out, because I drink beverages that have some kind of flavoring in them. And I drink a lot of that. And I've heard conflicting information that, hey, look, you know what? If you're doing that, it's mainly 80-90% water. So you're kind of doing the same thing. And I hope that's true. But I've heard other things that, no, you gotta raw dog it. You gotta do the stuff with no flavor. You know what I'm saying, right?
Just
Right.
water.
Yeah.
We all know raw dog is a dangerous game.
It is a very
Drinking water
dangerous game.
straight's a dangerous
It's
game.
a
for
dangerous
me.
game, yeah. And that's what that is. That's raw dog water right there, man. That's got no flavor and that's got nothing. I mean, that's it.
Raw dog water. I like the sound of that.
We should come out with raw dog water. I think people get what it is. This is no frills. There's no fun in this. There's no flavor.
It's for a type of personality.
Yeah.
dangerous.
You
It's
just,
dangerous.
you know, you're taking it straight and you're going to like it, man.
I'm
It's
all-
going to hurt.
I'm all in on raw dog water.
It's going to hurt going in. You know it. That's the way it goes. Yes, I would say meth is number 1. Smoking still is up there. That's one of the things, man. You want to put age on your face.
Laying out too much. Tanning beds too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, and that's another thing that's just kind of a weird mix. You talk about the water and, okay, what do you have to do for the benefits and not? Because the sun is the same. They talk about you need to get a certain amount to get the vitamin D, and that's good for you. But then under what conditions do you always have to have sunscreen on if you're going to be outside? And then how much is too much sun?
Oh yeah. If I don't get sun, it makes a major difference. I have jaundice light when I don't have sun. I'm like, yeah. Bird, are you healthy? Are you okay? I got to get a little
Yeah.
sunshine. But you're right. I'm always going, am I out here too long? It's been 3 hours.
Yeah, I always kind of question that too. So it seems like a lot of these factors, they could be good, but they could be bad if you do it the wrong way. For
I
aging.
put on so much sunscreen at Mardi Gras, but I feel like the sun was so powerful, it like burned through it. I feel like I'm sunburnt,
You're not though.
but my
Yeah.
skin hurts.
Let me see. Are you? You know what? It might be coming in right, like as we speak.
I think I'm sunburnt, even though I put on sunscreen, because it just burned through it.
I think you are. I think you're going to see it more tomorrow.
I know.
I think I'm watching your face cook as we speak.
It feels so hot.
Yeah.
Are you tired today?
I'm a little tired, but I feel more like crispy.
Okay. You're crispy?
I feel crispy.
Because from the sun or just from time?
I think the sun and, I was drinking a lot.
Did you drink every day? We were wondering what your schedule was like.
Yes, every day from lunch to midnight.
That was just it, the booze.
Yeah, we just had a great time.
I'll tell you, I don't know where you would put alcohol on the list because, like I said, the number one aging, it's meth 1, smoking probably 2, too much sun 3.
Alcohol's got to be up there.
It's gotta be.
Because, well, you know what? We're talking about how good hydration is for your skin. Alcohol does the opposite. It's taking that hydration out of the cells. So you're reversing what is good for your skin and looking youthful. So I don't know where it would fall, maybe somewhere in the middle of bad factors for aging. But yeah, alcohol, at least in excess. And I imagine when you're going to Mardi Gras, it's not anything but excess.
But according to that study, they're saying you really can see a difference in someone's appearance if they were doing that stuff at adolescence. Does it say when it happens to an adult? Are you able to live in both worlds and not age?
They don't say that. The study only takes between the ages of 11 and 15, the 3 factors that I named, and then they were noticing at the age of 45, where they're lining the participants up, and they're saying, you look older than 45, and did you dot, and dot? And they found out the correlations and the similarities that did that. So the conversation I'm really having is for us, because for a majority of us listening right now, it's too late. Like, so you're in it. So, now it's identifying what are you doing possibly that is continuing, because hey, if you're in your 30s or 40s, by the time you get to your 60s or 70s, you don't want to look like you're 100. And we've seen some people that are 70 years old and you're like, oh my gosh, they look 110. So you don't want to be that either. So, hey, if you're like saying, well, it's too late, I'm already 45 and what's done is done. No, you still are hopefully going to keep living till 70, 80, somewhere around there, and you don't want to look massively old for your age then.
If you were 25 years old, you've never drank or you've never smoked, and you started at 25 and you did it from 25 to 30, how much of a difference would that change your appearance, I wonder, if you did it before and after?
It would probably be very radical for some people, and it depends upon what factors you do. I think there are different things that age you at different rates. And then there's things you can do to turn back time. And the one thing, I think the daily face cream is something that I had told you that story where I saw a dude and I was like, man, he said his age. I'm like, there's no way. He showed me his license. He looked 20 years younger than what he really was. And I said, what did you do? And he said, since the age of like 20, 25, every day I use face cream.
But face cream with sunscreen, even better.
Right.
The Juicy Daddy swears by Equate. Is it Equate, the suntan lotion? Is that what it's called?
The one from Walmart?
I know you're going to laugh, but
Your Juicy Daddy's always pushing the Walmart agenda.
But hear me out.
He's a stock owner.
Hear me out here.
That's why, Virginia.
He really says if you look into the research, it's very affordable. It's tested as one of the best kind of skin creams you can put on, and it protects and it makes you look youthful, and it's inexpensive. I know it sounds like I'm working for Walmart.
It does. It sounds like the Juicy Daddy got you pushing his agenda.
That's the sound of the stock value going up right there.
The Juicy Daddy is always bringing up Equate. The other day, we're just chilling, playing guitar.
Yeah.
It's like, by the way, Equate sunscreen's really great for your skin. I'm like, all right, Dad, I get it. I got the message.
He's bought it.
He's always talking.
I bought that Equate one time, and I sprayed Rocco with it, and he wanted to fight me. He said, Mom, this stinks.
It does stink, but
It stinks like dog butt.
according to my dad, he
It's
says
gross.
it's amazing for the skin.
It's great for your skin, but you smell like a turd.
You smell like it's an old person laying out in a pool.
Rocco wanted to fight me. He was so mad.
The sun or no one else will touch you. Equate.
Equate. It has the essence of poo-poo.
Oh, man. All right, coming up here in a couple of minutes, I was kind of curious if there's a couple other shows out there that parents need to be aware of. If you have a teenager like me that's 13, what are the shows that you should be aware of that teenagers should not be watching right now? When I found out that John Cena had a show on HBO called Peacemaker, I was like, oh my gosh, my son Cannon grew up loving John Cena in the WWE. I'm like, Cannon, did you know John Cena has a show on HBO called Peacemaker? I'm like, you should really watch that.
It's pretty rare HBO does kid content for shows. They have their kind of their kid section. If it's a show, it's usually adults.
I was unaware of how far John Cena would go.
Yeah.
So what does he do in this show?
There is a romantic scene that is very
You can see him?
all of it.
All of it.
Dunnage?
Well, I mean, it's just why don't you go check it out for yourself?
I
It's-
will
it's
now.
everything.
You've
Yes.
sparked my interest.
You check it out, but don't do it with your 13-year-old son. After I went back later, I was like, did you watch it? He's like, yeah, I watched it. And I'm like, I think maybe I'll check it out. I could not believe what I'd recommended to my 13-year-old son to watch. Bad dad. I'm playing. I always doing it wrong, Virginia. Always doing it wrong. So what are those other shows that teenagers should not be watching right now? Because, man, it's easy to get caught up in it. You can hit us up, 877-979-WRMF. Just trying to help the parents out so they don't do what I did, the numbskull. Saw John Cena had a relatively new show on HBO called Peacemaker, and knowing my son grew up a big John Cena fan, I'm like, hey, do you know John Cena's got a new show?
Peacemaker. And by the way, here's my piece.
Well, it sounded lovely. I mean, he's a peacemaker, he's a peace-loving guy, and I had watched a John Cena movie with my son Cannon where he was kind of a wild firefighter, whatever you call those guys.
He was also in the Amy Schumer movie too, and he has a scene where there's a lot of stuff going on. So he's done this kind of stuff before.
Yeah, Sea Blockers, I believe, was that one.
He did another one.
Oh, that's okay. Yeah, and then,
It's escaping me. It was her big movie.
Okay, yeah. Is that the one that had LeBron James in it too?
It is.
Okay, yeah. All right, that might have been where he started. Then he did. Yeah, you're right. He did C-Block. So John Cena is kind of odd because he either does kid stuff or he does really dirty, raunchy stuff. So now I know. Now you know. So that's just, but that's kind of a trap, isn't it? When you got somebody that it'd be like Steve from Blue's Clues.
He's doing something on Cinemax. You're
Yeah.
like, let's see what Steve.
Hey,
Steve.
Steve from Blue's Clues has got something brand new out. Let's go check it out. It's it's OnlyFans. I don't know.
I
whatever
don't like
it is.
that clue.
Yeah, it's very blue. I know that. Yeah. So, what are shows? Just kind of as a heads up that maybe you need to know teenagers should not be watching right now because boy, they really will. Some of these shows will go the extra mile. It's not kind of like when we would watch a rated R movie. Back in the day, some of these go to the next level. Peacemaker would be one of those. Lily said, just a heads up, teenagers should not be watching Euphoria. That's out right now.
Yeah, I hear it's like all about drugs and it glorifies.
Is that on HBO?
I believe it is, yeah.
Again, for the most part,
yeah.
HBO, if they're doing TV shows, they're
Yeah.
usually very, very adult.
Yeah, I guess that's definitely one thing to imprint. I'm going to not recommend for a teenager any HBO show from here on out.
You usually know if it's kids. It's usually HBO Family or there's a cartoon of an elephant.
Yeah, right. Okay. Babsy said there's a new Dungeons and Dragons cartoon that's out right now that's definitely more adult than it is for teenagers. And yeah, I think that's what's the tricky thing if you are a parent. There's a lot of things that, masquerade as, oh, this looks like that would be for a teenager.
Yeah, when you say it out loud, Dungeons and Dragons cartoon, you're like, all right, this should be safe.
Yeah.
Does Cannon get to an age where he goes to the movies before he's 18 and he's like, Dad, I saw an R-rated movie, and you're like, all right, whatever, that's cool?
Yeah, it doesn't, the content, I'm not one of those rigid parents on that. I think it was more of the fact that I recommended it.
You recommended a dog.
Right. I'm like,
That's where it comes
it's
from.
like, this is father stamped and approved. Hey, son, go enjoy Peacemaker.
I just remember that the Amy Schumer Knocked Up, I think that's what it was called. If
Okay.
Cannon saw a movie like Knocked Up at age 16, 17, are you cool with that?
Yeah, I mean, I'm okay with it. Again, it's just not something, for me. Like this weekend, we watched a movie called American Underdog, I think it was. And it was the Kurt Warner story about how he beat all odds to become a Super Bowl winning quarterback and make the NFL Pro Football Hall of Fame. And it was pretty clean. There was, they said the word damn. That was, about the worst thing that you got in that. And
That's real clean.
That's the kind of movie that, right now, when Dad recommended a movie, that's what it was. And it was a good, nice, family, wholesome kind of thing.
Now, if Magnolia, she comes home, yeah, Mom, I just saw an R-rated movie, or I'm watching Euphoria, do you stop her or do you let her watch what she wants?
I wouldn't be happy with her watching Euphoria just because of the stuff I've heard about it, but we don't got that HBO.
But would you stop her from going to an R-rated? Is there rules for that? Is she not allowed to go see an R-rated movie if she wanted to?
No, we don't have that rule.
Okay. She comes home. Mom, we went to an R-rated movie. It was so
I mean,
graphic.
she'll be 17 in a matter of weeks.
Really?
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Weeks.
That's right.
You getting old over there.
No kidding.
Tex said The Great on Hulu is definitely not for teenagers, and it's one of those shows that might look like it is.
Okay.
Yeah, so just a couple to throw out there. And Buster had said Kev must not have seen Suicide Squad. And that was a movie I sat down to watch with Cannon, and I fell asleep. Papa needed a nap. And so I guess I slept through it. That would have given me all the context clues I needed. Because Suicide Squad, John Cena was in that, and it was his character. And maybe that was more adult. So.
It's not your fault, Kevin. You're old and tired.
She's right.
Dude, I fell asleep the other night, too, when I was watching something. It just happened.
It's
be
terrible.
happy you're still going to come to work and be functional. You know what I mean?
Yeah, you're right. Maybe I'm just putting too much on myself.
Too much pressure.
I can't expect to be a good parent on top of all this.
Parenting and work? Come on, dude.
It just ain't gonna happen. Just ain't gonna happen.
It's the KVJ dirt of the day. It's the KVJ dirt of the day. Virginia, take it away, cause you know we need that dirt of the day.
Well, this is certainly a wrinkle I didn't expect to see. I just assumed that all of these girls were telling the truth about what happened to them at the hands of Marilyn Manson. But now Marilyn Manson has filed a lawsuit against Evan Rachel Wood, alleging that she made up the allegations and when she did that, committed crimes by lying about him. Now, he says that she has been engaged in fraud, conspiracy, and defamation to take him down and ruin his career. But aren't there multiple women telling the same story? I don't know what the hell's going on here.
I'll do the dirt, Virginia.
I'm just reporting it, and it just sounds like a hot mess. But yeah, his legal team is saying that they made a plan to smear him and profit from it and all kinds of stuff. So now he wants his day in court, and he says the facts will speak for themselves.
I'll tell you one person that supports him. Yay.
Yeah.
Kanye.
Yeah.
Kanye continues to have him out at all of his live events. It's very peculiar. I don't know. Maybe Kanye knows something we don't. I don't know.
Okay.
Bizarre.
Bizarre.
Speaking Kanye, that Julia Fox chick that he was dating, oh my gosh, she is hilarious. Have you listened to any of the interviews with her?
Well, we have clips.
Okay. This girl is just, oh my God, she's so vocal fry.
Have I heard her? I heard her a lot today when I was editing, and it's rough.
Kanye and dating Kanye was the best thing that ever happened to her.
Okay.
I mean, it was the best thing that could have happened to me. It kind of it was like hitting a reset button. It kind of brought a spark into my life that I had kind of forgotten about, I guess.
Yeah, I mean, he really was good for her career. I didn't know who Julia Fox was before.
Yeah,
I
want to date Kanye too.
Oh my gosh, if we could get you and Kanye together, that would be really good for our show.
Yes, if you date Kanye West, it's going to help your career.
It's a come up.
Yes.
It is definitely a come up. And finally here, Pamela Anderson is telling her story her way with a new documentary, she says, that will be on Netflix. Now, there's a current like a movie that has taken some liberties out there. A lot of people are watching that Pam and Tommy story, and it's really good, but it's actors playing them. So now Pam wants to tell a Netflix documentary of her story.
Yeah, because some artists were portrayed in that series and not liking what was put in there. The lead singer of the where you got all mad, the lead, and you're like, it's not 1995 anymore. Third Eye Blind dude.
Third Eye Blind. Stephen Jenkins.
Yeah, they do a scene with him, and he comes out and says, that never happened, guys.
Yeah, I think it's the Hulu series that's on right now, Pam and Tommy, and it fictionalizes the story of their romance and stuff that happened. And they've said that, look, there was stuff added that made it more juicy or more,
I think what happened in that scene was they needed to show that an alternative / pop band, they had kind of been now relegated to the second tier. And so they just said, let's just make it Third Eye Blind.
That's kind of messed up. I feel like we do a KVJ movie and I kind of take some liberties and I have Kevin slap Dennys in the movie.
Dude, I never did that.
People are going to think Kevin.
Well, we just need someone to slap Dennys, and so we pinned it on you. And it's like, that
it's
ain't
the
cool.
real story of the KVJ show.
Sorry, Dennys, you're getting clocked.
Loosely based in reality.
Right.
So this one won't be on Hulu. This one will be on Netflix. And apparently she is writing the story, and her son, Brandon Thomas Lee, is going to be a producer on the project.
Okay.
So, there you go. All
right.
And that's what's going on with your dirt.
I got some celebrity birthdays here today. Camila Cabello is turning 25 years old, and she's got some new music's going to be coming out. She's got a brand new tune with Ed Sheeran. You're going to be hearing before too long, You get to hear a little breakdown of some of the music, so excited that. Some stuff that's coming up. Jessica Biel, she's turning 40 years old today. And Julie Bowen, who was Claire on Modern Family, she is turning 52 years old today.
And in Happy Gilmore.
Okay, all right, yeah, that's right. You also have Angie from Hollywood, the Pickle Squad.
Yay, happy birthday,
Happy
Angie.
birthday. Nurse Schmidt had sent that in.
Squad.
Happy 13th birthday to Abigail. That is from Mommy, Daddy, and Riley. Happy 8th to Cristiano Vascones, who loves the KVJ 8 song. Okay, let's get one of those on there for you. From Oma and Mommy, love you so much, buddy. So very nice. Thanks for sending that in. Susan, got a birthday? You want it on the KVJ Show? Just let us know. Mail at kvjshow.com. Okay, going to hit you up with some random questions here. Who would be the most annoying celebrity to be a bodyguard for? I think without a doubt, Kanye West, right now would be really tough.
And I'm not trying to give a hacky answer, but it would absolutely be the Kardashians. And it's mainly because of the head of the snake, Kris. She would be so tough to deal with.
Oh, really? Okay.
Oh, micromanaging you. Everything would be your fault that you talk down to. Oh, yeah, the head of the snake, Kev.
Okay. All right.
Oh, so much drama. Oh, and then local celebrities, The Witch.
Kanye would be way worse than any of the Kardashians. The reason why is because he's emotionally unstable, and you never know what the hell he's going to do, where he's going to go, how he's going to snap, unpredictability.
You're doing that move where you have to bear hug your friend. Dude, it's okay. Stop.
Please
Come on,
stop.
man.
Please
Okay,
stop.
Come on. Now's not the time.
Please stop.
Now's not the time. You're constantly doing
He's
that.
attacking paparazzi. Like, he's all over the place.
You make a strong point.
You can't protect him from himself, and if it's your job, you're gonna stress.
Okay. Yeah, I would think so too. Let me see. Got a couple other comments here about the Donda. I know we were asking about, speaking of Kanye, about his show at Lone Depot. People are saying it was an amazing show.
Okay.
He had a life-size recreation of his childhood home. It was set on fire. Then he did the set with a moon eclipse. 100% amazing show. So people are defending that and loving it. Brandon's on here from Delray, too, to say that the stem player that you got with the new album is got a mixing feature that goes along with it. What's the deal with this, Brandon?
Hey, yeah. So the mixing feature was part of the stem player that came out last year before Donda 1 happened. And the way it works is you can play a song through normally, and it will separate it out so that you can boost only the vocals. You could turn off the backbeat, turn off the vocals. It lets you do way more than just, playing a song normally through a computer. And you can do it all through the little handheld thing. There's videos of him using it even 2 years back at previous shows that he's done. He's been working on the thing for a while now.
Was it worth the money, in your opinion?
Honestly, I would say yes, only because you're not buying it just for the album. You're buying it for future applications as well. Kanye is connected to a lot of other people, and he could have other musicians release their music through the player, so you have more ability to customize, have fun, do more with it.
Okay.
So if you want to hear an Adele song, you can take out just part of the sadness and then add in a little bit of some bass and put the bass up and just have piano and bass and then take out the drums, and that's what you can do? Take out certain instruments?
Yeah, you can do a lot of stuff like that with it.
Huh.
Yeah.
Okay.
You should look at some of the videos on what you can do with it. It's actually pretty incredible tech.
Okay, and you said that the concert at Lone Depot Park was packed for the Donda 2 premiere?
Yes, it was. Not only was it packed, but there were lines for merch because, with his Yeezy brand, he was selling exclusive Donda 2 release event slides and other shoes.
Oh, yeah.
And everyone wanted their own specific one because there were lines of like 80, 90 people wrapping around trying to buy their own size.
Wow.
I'm so glad my family wasn't there. They would have been in that line, and they would have paid a ridiculous amount of money.
You would have paid.
No, you're right. I would have paid. And then the whole time, I would just, as I'm standing, I would be getting more and more, just be smoldering the anger.
You don't get the slides.
No.
You have to wait in the line,
Yeah.
and you have to pay for everyone else to get the slides.
It's against everything I stand for in life. And, yeah.
Is that a feature you guys find exciting? If you love a song and then you could go in that song and then maybe take out the bass and just have the drums playing, and all right, I love this song. It's the song and the drums, and I'll just put up the piano part.
It didn't do it for me because I'm not like into that stuff, and every change I would make to the song would make it worse.
I don't know if
I'll let someone else do it.
I love music. I don't know if I like that feature, but maybe I have to probably explore it.
If you played with it, I bet you'd like it.
You're right.
Because it's fun, like to mix and take stuff out and put stuff in. That's cool.
Yeah. The only thing that I hate worse than that is $800 slides. Any idea the prices they had on some of the merch, Brandon?
This is about the same that it was online whenever they sold through the website. So that was about 120 to up to 200. But there's one more thing, though, about his whole persona he's doing right now.
Okay.
And people in the Kanye community, so much like how The Weeknd in the last year, he was wearing that mask and he went through all that plastic surgery stuff. He showed up at live events doing that.
Yeah.
People in the community are convinced that that's what Kanye is doing right now. He's changing his name to Ye. He's doing Donda and Donda 2 really close to each other when previously he's never released music that fast. So a lot of people are convinced he's doing a live performance art right now, and that's what his year is about. And he's going to go back to normal maybe in a year or two.
He's never been normal.
So I'm going to start doing that. Anytime I act a fool.
For him.
Yes, okay.
Anytime I act a fool.
Great stuff, Brandon. Thank you.
I'm going to go, guys, I'm doing my art right now.
Huh.
Okay. I got to tell you, he is fascinating to watch. He really is. I do marvel at.
But here's the problem with the whole art thing. Anybody can do all these crazy things in their life and then go, guys, I'm doing my art.
Performance art.
I was drinking and driving. I was doing my art. I was doing a crazy, wacky drinking and driving character. You know what I mean? You could always use that as an excuse.
Yeah.
You don't understand my art.
I don't know.
All right. Who would you say is your favorite modern solo artist then? Would anybody here say it is Kanye West?
No.
Okay. I got to go for Kanye West. Modern solo artist. Do you have a favorite?
What would that be? What's that criteria? Is that somebody that is making new music? They're a newer artist?
Let's say they've had a viable hit in the last 3 years.
Hit?
Yeah. Viable hit.
I think for me, it might be John Mayer.
John Mayer for me.
Okay.
It would be Band of Horses, but they haven't had a viable hit, so it would be John Mayer. Absolutely.
Solo artist.
Yeah, John Mayer then, yeah.
Uh-huh. I would probably, I was kind of looking back at who's really cranked it. He mentioned The Weeknd. The Weeknd might be up there. He has had, the last 3 years for him has been a lot of good music. He and Ed Sheeran. I'm not sure which one. I think as far as which is the most viable.
You get to have a one-on-one little concert with John Mayer or Ed Sheeran. Who do you go with?
I'm going Ed Sheeran.
Are you?
Yeah.
He works at the tire shop down the street.
He's great, too. He's very, very polite.
Okay. If you could have one celebrity follow you on social media, who would it be? I think it would be The Rock for me. Because I think The Rock would be cool to let a lot of people universally love The Rock. He's got the South Florida ties, football thing, actor, WWE. So you'd have a lot of people that I think would be impressed because that's what you want this for, is to show people who follows you. I think I get a lot of credibility showing that The Rock follows me. And he seems to interact with his fans on social media, so there might be some interaction. I think The Rock's my number one pick.
The Rock is a good one.
Better?
I mean, everybody loves The Rock. That's a great one.
Okay.
I'm clearly going. I'm going Steve Weagle. I'm keeping it local.
Okay. There ain't no way he's following you, by the way.
He should. I love Steve Weagle. The whole ankle thing was just a fun thing. I think he's a nice guy.
I think your ankle was coming for his job.
Well, no, I feel bad because some people that listen to our show, they still go after Steve Weagle as my ankle. It'll be a random day, and he gives a report out and goes, "Yeah, that's great, Steve, but have you asked Jay Bird's ankle about this? He's got to be sick of hearing that."
Yeah, no doubt he is.
Steve will put out something, and then somebody will say, Jay Bird's ankle put this out 2 hours ago.
Yeah, Jay Bird's ankle's scooped to Steve. So, yeah, it's got to be probably annoying.
He's like, I'm over here professional, trying to do my job.
We have one listener that just goes in all the time.
I'm in a fight with an ankle.
Yeah. Some great added comments to our random questions we had a couple minutes ago. Somebody said, yeah, if you want to talk about best solo artist out right now, somebody made the argument for Dua Lipa. I've gone the weekend, but yeah, I think you're right. I think I would go Dua Lipa. I think that's a good correction.
Does a Kevin Ralston go home, put some Dua Lipa on, just kind of get crazy with it?
Yeah, real
Dance
crazy.
around in his panties.
Yeah.
I wish that was...
pantsless dance to Dua Lipa.
If Kevin really went home, took off his shirt, and just danced it all out, just life,
That'd
frustrations.
be me
the
by
system.
noon today, yeah. I do. It's kind of a power dance, yeah. A rage dance around my living room pantsless.
We laugh.
Dua Lipa.
That's actually healthy, and I do it all the time.
Should I make a video of it today?
Oh, it would do well. It would do well.
Isn't your mother-in-law there with you when you go home for lunch?
She's gone in the afternoon. I got the whole house to myself. It's just myself and Coco.
More people.
She loves when I dance.
I'm not
Coco
kidding
the
you.
dog.
You guys are kidding. More people need to hardcore dance out their frustrations.
Okay.
I do it all the time. It does work.
All right, I'll do that to Dua Lipa today, then. Great way to celebrate. Yeah. I had said, too, the celebrity to follow you on social media, I wanted The Rock, and somebody said, yeah, I met him in person for a work thing, and we were told by his people not to look him in the eye.
Really?
So not as nice as believed to be. Now, the only thing I would say about that is it his people? I have seen that too, where sometimes there are celebrities and their people are a little too ambitious. And I've even seen the celebrity say, all right, bring it down a notch.
Well,
I'm good.
We've even had a situation before where someone has spoke for us as a show, and we didn't know they were speaking for us, and it was not the right tone.
Yeah.
And we didn't know this was going on until it was after the fact.
Yeah. So, there are some circumstances where, look, a celebrity's got to get through a crowd and they can't sit there and greet everybody and be like, yeah, hey, I'm The Rock. You love me. So
that was a text that came in?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So I don't know.
I think The Rock wouldn't like it if he knew his people were saying that. He doesn't feel like the kind of guy that would say, you can't look me in the eye.
Right.
What?
I agree.
He's not that kind of guy.
Unless you're Medusa, nobody on this planet should say that.
Right?
Yeah.
You're not that. You're just a person.
You're not that special.
So if The Rock were jerky, somebody had a good idea, and they said the celebrity they would want to follow them on social media, Ryan Reynolds. That would be I'd feel good with that too.
And he's
Good
very
second call.
likable, and of course, in an even more likable fashion, he just did an article or an interview where he talks about how he's got anxiety issues, and so he's not coming off like he's this perfect person.
He said, I'm not the guy that you always see in front of the camera. So if you're like, because I always see Ryan Reynolds, I'm like, he's always got it so together. He's so quick and funny, and he's always so put together and looks amazing.
He's not really like Deadpool.
Yeah.
He's human?
Yeah, I know. I was starting to wonder. Well, what do you think about this? Got a text message that came in about having people come in uninvited and just drop by. The text said, I got into a fight with my girlfriend of 5 months because she just came over to my apartment without texting me. She accused me of possibly cheating. She said, why else would I care if she just showed up? She didn't seem to get it. He's like, why would you just drop in on me? And she's like, well, are you cheating or something? Is there something I need to be worried about? What's wrong with me just showing up? I thought you'd be happy to see me.
Both of them are wrong.
Well,
Okay, how are they both wrong?
Well, yes, you should always text somebody before you show up at their house. But if your girlfriend pops in just to say hi, I mean, you shouldn't be mad at her.
What's weird though, I'm thinking about my closest friends. I would always let them know. Even Dennys, I would never just show up at Dennys' house. I would, hey, dude, I'm coming over, because I think, what if, for example, what if this guy's got poopy cramps that day and he's just been on the toilet, he's had the runs, he ain't feeling himself, and all of a sudden he hadn't brushed his teeth yet now too, and someone just drops by and he's not at his best self. If it's new in the relationship, he may not be comfortable. I can see that. I can see why someone wouldn't like that. Now, does it need to turn out to be a fight? No.
Well, it sounds like she probably showed up and she's thinking it's going to be the best thing ever. He's going to be like, oh my gosh, it's so great to see you. And oh, thank you. This is fantastic. And who knows, they get romantic. And he wasn't that way. Who knows? Maybe he's in the middle of a project or doing something. He's like, hey, what's up? He's like, would you mind texting before you drop in? She's like, why? Are you like cheating or something? And then it turns into a fight that way.
This is one of those things where both players got to be on the same page. Some people would not be at all phased if their mate dropped by. That's the kind of person you probably need to be with. And some people need a heads up.
I think it's way more on her than him.
Do you hate that stuff when someone just drops by?
Yes. I think it's rude. I think you should just always text first. But, I mean, it's your girlfriend. Like, she should have different rules. She's not like a coworker. She should be able to come and visit you, whenever. But it would be nice if she would text you.
It'd be cool, too, if you kind of know the tone of who you're dating.
It sounds like she's trying to catch him doing something, and, like, she doesn't trust him, and, like, she's like, bah! Like, that's not healthy either. Like, if you're in a relationship and you think he's cheating, then get out of the relationship.
Well, sometimes, too, if you're in the middle of something and you want no distractions and someone just drops by and you are legit in the middle of it and you have to get it done, I know what you're going to say.
I know what you've been doing.
Some people...
You're in the middle of something.
That's not what I meant, but that is...
In the throes of passion with your hand.
No, that's not what I meant, but that's a good example. That's a great example.
Somebody texted in and said, Virginia, you saying you should always text someone and then tell them you're coming over. How many times have you shown up at Jaybird's house unannounced? Just curious.
I always text him, I'm coming over.
Yeah, this is what happens. Hey, I'm texting you. I'm at your door. I'm in your backyard.
Hey, you got to text in a minute. Open up.
Hey, I just flew up on your roof.
And then the text says, open up.
Hey, that's my broom breaking into your window.
Let me in. I know you have a girl in there.
See, you have a text. Wah, wah, wah. She literally hides in the bushes. She gets in the bushes.
Yeah, I get what you're saying. I don't think you had the right face on when she showed up, and it turned into a big problem.
For some
but
people,
I think
that is
you
a
need
thing.
to always, somebody said, even before I stop by my mom's house, I let her know that I'm on the way.
Full transparency. I've had family members drop by. I love my family, but the example I was thinking, I was in the middle of a project, I had to get it done, and stopped by, and I'm like, oh, this ain't the right time. And I was in an impatient mood, and it turned into crap. Now there's an issue. Why are you being a jerk? Well, I didn't know you were coming over. I was in the middle of work. Why are you being such a jerk? And it turned into a thing.
Grant said in the chat room, if you can't just show up to your good friend's house and just walk in the door, y'all don't have good friends.
Disagree.
Now, and I would say, look, when I was younger and I just didn't have the responsibilities that I do now, I'm looking back to college, Kev. Yeah, come on by. I'm cool. Hey, what's up, man? It's great. But now my schedule is so packed, an uninvited drop by will completely wreck my entire day.
The reason why I have these good friends like a Dennys, he understands boundaries. That's why he's a great friend. He doesn't make my time uncomfortable.
Yeah, right.
And put a burden on you.
You can massively stress somebody that has a busy lifestyle.
Or a guilt trip.
Yeah.
Or they're in there tugging it.
All of it.
All of the above.
You're kidding, but it's a great scenario.
Yeah. Just do that. Well, I was telling you about this list of the best and worst box mac and cheese that had made it onto BuzzFeed. And number one on the list is the Walmart Great Value. Jaybird, your dad would be so happy. And listen to this. This is not a mistake. Price per box, 34 cents. Now, if you look at really anything else, you're paying a lot more, at least 3 times. The next cheapest that I've seen on this list is Trader Joe's, which is 99 cents a box, and they put that at number 5. So I don't know if they're putting Walmart's great value because of the price or because of the taste, and maybe the price is just incidental.
So I want to make sure, let's look on this list, Virginia, and you'll be able to help me out with, is everything on this list available at Walmart? Because I think this is a ruse. I think this is an advertisement for Walmart, and they're tricking us. I just want to make sure. I could be wrong.
It's a marketing thing that they put this out as a news story.
As an article.
Because they know they'll get Kevin Ralston.
They got me. They got me
Is Trader Joe's available at Walmart?
Okay, well, you're bringing the heat.
Yeah.
Okay, just making sure.
I don't think it is.
Yeah.
I don't know.
So unless
Who else is on the list, too?
Well, a lot of it is stuff that's just, and Whole Foods 365. Is that available at Walmart?
No, it's not. Okay, then you know what? This list is worthy.
Okay. So they've got Walmart Great Value at number 1, Velveeta 2, Kraft Deluxe 3, Annie's Original at 4. Your Trader Joe's goes in at 5, Kraft Original 7, and Whole Foods 365 at 8. That's their list of the best and worst boxed mac and cheese.
I don't think I've ever had the Walmart Great Value.
I have.
It's 39 cents. I mean, I can take the risk to do the sample.
The cool thing to do is take just the one thing of noodles and put 2 cheese packets in it. Make it real, because it's generic. It's extra salt. It's extra, so they really pack a punch.
It's a bloat fest.
Well, you're not eating Walmart mac and cheese thinking, I'm gonna try to be healthy today.
I'm really doing great on my diet.
Yeah, I think you're going.
You're
going all in, aren't you?
We're talking about mac and cheese, and it's an all-American food. But how do foreigners feel when they come to America and they try it? Do they love it or do they hate it? We had asked it on the KVJ Show Facebook page of a whole bunch of different foods to say, hey, if you're not from this country, do you love or hate it? For the most part, people were saying, yeah, I like the mac and cheese. It's all good.
How can you hate on mac and cheese? I'm not sure if I trust you. Might be a spy.
I was in the grocery store in New Orleans during Mardi Gras. They had the hot bar set up. And they had the most delicious mac and cheese at this place called Rouse's. I got like a little bit of it, and then I went back and got more. It was so good.
Get it, when you said
creamy,
your mouth started to water. I saw it water, and then you said delicious.
Hot bar.
Yeah.
I love a hot bar.
Oh my gosh, I want mac and cheese so bad right now.
Time to get on it, huh?
It's so much better when somebody else makes it and you don't have to.
Well, we've been doing mac and cheese foreplay talk for 10 minutes now. I'm ready.
He's ready. Well, we got this interesting email from Roland who said, I'm here from Paraguay and on a work visa. I've lived here now for 3 years. Love your show and your passion for food, Jaybird. But I got to tell you, I tried some Hot Pockets based on your love for them, and WTF did I just eat? They were awful, Bird. How can you like that crap? He does say, I do love Pringles, though.
Okay, yeah. I love Pringles because they have a lot of variety, and they do variety, and they nail it. Their flavors are already pretty damn good. Yeah, Hot Pockets isn't for everybody. Hot Pockets is one of those things. It gets a lot of hate. It's a low budget food. I was raised on some low budget food. 4 cheese and 5 cheese Hot Pockets are good.
Okay.
4 cheese is a little better. The garlic buttery one, the aftertaste isn't so great. I'd go more of the 4 cheese if I was you. Try that one. Stay away from the broccoli type stuff. The broccoli, I don't think it holds up well.
Okay.
It's very farty. The chicken and broccoli, very farty.
So we were asking on the Facebook page, okay, so if you're from a different country, when you came to America, what are some of the foods that are uniquely American that you love and that you hate? One of the foods that came up for hate was grits.
Really?
Not getting that, not liking grits.
If you don't like grits, it's because you haven't had them made right.
The witch made me. It was honestly the best thing, one of the best things I've had in the last 5 years. I'd lay in bed thinking about them grits.
My husband, the same thing. You can make crappy grits or you can make great grits. Cheesy, yummy grits made with love are some of the best comfort food you can put in your mouth.
Question.
Yes.
Can we be putting on the grits tomorrow for our Friday show?
Putting on the grits.
What do you think? A little grit party?
I'll make you some grits.
Too legit to grit.
I'll only make you grits if you stop singing bad grit parodies.
All right. I don't want to, though.
They also said maple syrup is something that they hated. Somebody that was from a different country. That was their comment.
That one of those ones, too. There's some crappy syrups out there, and if you've never had it before and you go all in on a crappy syrup, it can scare you away.
Well, the one thing I did notice, kind of a common thread, in fact, somebody had said this, some of the American foods just have so much sugar in them, and when people come here, there's like it's just too much. Somebody texted and said, yeah, I got a friend that's from Northern Ireland, and she said our bread is really, really weird. It tastes like cake to her because it's just so sweet and soft.
Somebody over here loves cake bread.
Bread cake sounds amazing.
Yeah. Some of the other items that they did not like, and this was odd because we had one person that said they hated bacon, but then another person that said that they loved bacon.
Bacon's one of those ones I feel they're at 85% Rotten Tomatoes. Most people are down unless you are a vegetarian.
But a lot of people that are from different countries said that they love the American breakfast foods for the most part. So they do like that. Reese's Peanut Butter Cups, one thing they loved.
Those are great.
Barbecue sauce got some love. Nilla wafers actually got some love.
No, you're losing me.
Twinkies, cream cheese, bagels, and Rice Krispie treats. Uniquely American foods that people from other countries, when they got here, they're going, I kind of like that. It's not too bad.
I like a Rice Krispie treat. I really do. The store ones are a little weak for me. I need more of a punch. They taste sweet, but I need a little bit more.
I like a homemade one because you can really jazz up the recipe. And whatever it tells you to add, I double the butter and I double the marshmallow.
Yeah, it's kind of like when you sneeze, but the sneeze doesn't come out fully.
It just needs more of a kick.
You sneeze and you feel good, but it wasn't satisfying.
This text is kind of interesting. It says, root beer is the biggest disappointment of my life. Why do Americans like this?
It depends on the root beer. If you get a good root beer, I find it amazing.
Oh, I love a good root beer.
With crushed ice, and I know it's bad to say for the environment, but in a styrofoam cup, oh my gosh.
Yeah.
Especially from a fountain root beer that's extra sweet with the syrup and that crushed ice.
Okay.
Oh, I need mac and cheese and root beer.
Okay. All right, well, if you're from a different country, you want to drop onto our Facebook page the foods that you love and hate that are uniquely American, you can go and do that.
It's the KVJ Dirt of the Day. It's the KVJ Dirt of the Day. Virginia, take it away, because you know we need that Dirt of the Day.
Well, a judge gave Kim Kardashian exactly what she was looking for, which was the legal allowance to move forward. She is now a single woman as far as the courts are concerned. So she is allowed to do whatever and whoever she wants now legally. And it sounds like they're getting close to coming up with some sort of custody arrangement for the kids as well. And it'll be just basically written out that Kanye can see the kids whenever and wherever he wants, but they'll live with her and she'll be the primary caregiver. And because of his, odd schedule of traveling and touring and this and that he'll be able to, whenever he wants, see the children, but it won't be like a setup. You have them Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. I have them Thursday, Friday, Saturday. Okay. That just won't work for them, it sounds like.
All right.
It looks like Maxim Cherkomsky, however you say his name.
Nailed it.
From Dancing with the Stars, got out of the Ukraine. This had been like a thing that was all over social media.
Oh, yeah.
And it's a really sweet video of him and his wife like hugging and thank goodness you're safe. Sweet video.
Do you take a 3 to 7 day nap after that?
Oh my gosh.
That's got to be so stressful.
Yeah.
Can you imagine?
Don't you want to go into hibernation?
Bombs are going off around you and you're like running for your life. No thanks. That's horrifying. Melinda Gates' first post-divorce interview is going to be airing on CBS mornings coming up, and she talks about everything. She talks about forgiveness. She talks about what went on in their relationship that wasn't healthy. She talks about her new place and headspace and turning a page. And this is the first time Melinda has ever talked about maybe what Bill did to her back in 2000. It sounds like she caught him having an affair.
Yes, that's the word.
Yes. Give us the scoop. We want it. And finally here, it looks like, yes, we told you this a little bit earlier, the Rolling Loud Festival is going to be huge. Kanye West, Future, Kendrick Lamar, and Antonio Brown has been added to the bill as well. He'll be rapping.
Yeah.
Other performers include Kodak Black, Lil Uzi Vert, 2 Chainz, Gucci Mane, 3 6 Mafia, Saweetie, City Girls, Playboy Cardi, and Lil Baby.
Okay.
That is going to be massive. And that's what's going on in your dirt of the day.
Who wants to laugh their ass off? Ooh, I know I do. Ha 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 ha. He wrote some funny punchlines just for me and you. It's Dennys Joke Jury.
Who's ready to laugh?
Oh, man. I know there's a lot of people in here ready for a good little chuckle.
Yay.
All right,
World's in
Denny's.
turmoil, Kev.
Oh, yeah. No, we need it right now.
I gotta follow DeSantis.
Yeah. Good luck. Everybody's all riled up now. Okay, Denny's written out some comedy here. We'll let him know what works and what doesn't in the joke jury. What you got for us today, Denny's?
All right, first joke. What did Rihanna get from eating raw chicken?
I don't know. What did she get from eating raw chicken?
Salmonella, Ella, A.
Ella.
Okay. Second joke. How did the podiatrist feel after all his patients left?
I don't know. How did he feel?
Defeated.
Okay. Right?
Smart comedy.
Yep. Okay. I get you.
Third joke. What TV show can you pitch new toilet-themed inventions?
I don't know. What TV show can you pitch those?
Shark Tank. Shark Tank.
Oh, Shark Tank.
That's awesome. The Shark Tank is hilarious.
Shark Tank.
Oh, man. Okay, yeah. It's tough to say.
It is. It doesn't roll off the
It
tongue.
is.
Shark Tank.
Yeah.
You kind of have to spell it.
You do. Fourth joke. What do cannibals use to control their dandruff?
I don't know. What do they use?
Heads and shoulders.
Oh, okay, yeah. Yes. Right.
Cannibals love that
They
joke.
do.
Yes, they do. I'll check one right now.
And finally, why did the custodian's girlfriend bring a mop into the bedroom?
A mop into the bedroom. I don't know. Why did she do that?
They like to kick things off with a little floor play.
Floor
Floor
play.
play.
Janitors and floor play.
Shark Tank, baby. Shark Tank. That's what we're talking about. That's worth it right there.
Listen up, y'all, cause here's the sitch. It's time for another round of do it, bitch. 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 Do it. Do it. Do it, bitch. Do it, bitch.
Oh, yeah. Virginia's back. We're ready to play. Suits is going to be drawing to see who his partner is here today. All right, Suits, let's see who you're going to be partnered up with in Do It B.
All right. I have drawn out Dennys as my partner.
Oh.
Okay. Denny's and Suits, and look at that.
We were just talking during
and the
commercial.
bird.
Me and the bird were just talking, and both of us are like, I don't want to be it. I'm a gambler.
My brain is
boy.
I am on low energy. I'm
Can we have 2 gamblers?
You cannot, Virginia, unfortunately.
Would you really? I'll just be the guesser. You be the gambler. You get your way. But now she's gonna yell at me when I don't get the right answer. It's a horrible. It's awful.
Yeah. Well, welcome back.
Terrible. Yeah.
Yeah. Jibber was riding high all week.
It was great.
Fun's over.
I know it is.
Oh, he was up last night having drinks with Ryan Beckett.
Yeah.
Like a regular playboy.
Having a good old time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We had a weird whatever last
Ryan
night.
Beckett's still sleeping, by the way. You can't party on a Wednesday. What's the matter with you?
I love how the person who just
I know,
missed
just
work
got back
for
from Mardi
3
Gras and
days
drank for
from
5
work
days straight.
is on my ass when I'm at
Yeah.
work. Singing for my supper.
Well, somebody has got to be the guesser and somebody's got to be the gambler.
Oh, this is going great, Kev.
Okay, for Suits and Denny's, the gambler is going to be
Dennys will be the gambler.
Okay, all right. The gambler is the one that pushes the odds. The other person's got to be the responder here. We will start with Dennys and Suits in the first round. It's a best out of 5. Got a topic here. How many can you get in 10 seconds when we're talking about cities in Palm Beach County? Cities in Palm Beach County. Dennys, how many can Suits name in 10 seconds?
Cities in Palm Beach County, Suits can name 6.
6. Okay. All right. What do you think about Jaybird there, Virginia?
I mean, my bird is so good at South Florida geography.
Yeah, he is. He's a native. He's a native.
He's a native. I mean, he should be the best. He can do 7.
Okay. What do you think about that, Dennys? 7 cities in Palm Beach County in 10 seconds.
Doable.
Okay.
I know Suits can name a lot of cities. 7's tough. I say do it.
Okay.
I got to do this. Oh,
Yeah.
You got this.
7 cities in Palm Beach County in 10 seconds. Your time begins now.
Jupiter, Palm Beach Gardens, North Palm Beach, West Palm Beach, Boynton Beach, Delray Beach, Boca, Lake Worth. You've got Palm Beach Estates, Lake Hawk Shores. You've
Okay.
I heard 8. I had 8.
Bird did it.
Oh, Virginia.
Bird did it.
I think Homie got 10.
Yeah.
A lot.
You got 10.
Crushed it.
Let's not get too high.
Wow.
Wow.
This game is a humbling game. Never get too high.
The man is back.
Just keep
Yeah.
it focused. Don't get too high.
That's great.
Wow.
That is great.
Great. Okay, next round. We're doing professional hockey teams. You would be naming what the team name is, not the city of origin, to get credit. Okay, so Virginia, how many do you think Jaybird could name in 10 seconds?
Oh. My man is not a man of hockey.
Okay.
He's more of a man of balls. Baseballs, footballs.
Yeah.
He can't do no hockey pucks.
All right, I don't know if we need the public shaming.
Ugh, I'm going to say he can name 4 hockey teams.
Okay, 4 in 10 seconds. Dennys, how you feeling about that?
4.
Yeah, 4 in 10
Jeez.
seconds.
I don't know if I can name 4.
Oh, that's tough.
It's tough, right?
Yeah, it is. It is.
If you're not a big hockey fan.
Yeah, 4 is a completely doable number, though.
Mm-hmm.
Trying to think of Suits knows 5 hockey teams.
You need 5. Yeah.
This is tough. This
Gonna
is
need
tough.
an answer, though.
Oh, geez. I'll say do it.
Okay.
4.
All right, Bird, you got to name 4 in 10 seconds. Your time begins now.
Panthers, Kings, Red Wings. You've got the Grizzlies. You've got Ottawa, Chimpanzees, Chipmunks.
I mean, I have no idea if those are right or
Zoo
not.
animals.
I don't think the chimpanzees
No,
are chipmunks.
Did not make it. Fell short at
Red Wings,
3.
Kings, Panthers.
Yeah.
What else? Give me another. Oilers.
Yeah, but the time's up. So, yeah.
Edmonton is it Oilers?
Yeah.
Damn it, Bird.
Not going to count, though.
I collected hockey cards for 11 seconds as a kid.
It doesn't show.
Okay.
Damn it.
That was
Lost
so
that
hard.
point. Yeah. Okay. Lost that point. It's now tied 1 apiece here and do it, bitch.
I had it in my head too, and I lost it.
Okay. So what happens?
Recover. Let's pretend like it didn't happen.
This is one of those games where it's going to come down to 2 versus 2 again. We're going to have one.
Yep.
It's going to be a tiebreaker.
Best
It's
out, yeah.
always, every time.
And Bill Buckner Pennington's just gonna punt it.
Okay. Stop beating yourself up. You didn't lose yet.
It builds the fire.
Okay, we're on round 3 here. It goes back to Dennys and Suits. We're talking about female musicians with one-word names. They've only got one word that you know them by, fairly.
All right.
How many can Suits name in 10 seconds?
I bet you Suits could name 5.
Okay, all right, 5. Virginia, what do you think about Jaybird?
Bird can do 6.
Okay, could do 6. Dennys?
I'm going to say do it.
Okay.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, it's all coming to Bird. All right, 6 in 10 seconds. Your time begins now.
Monica, Brandy, Adele, Madonna, Selena, Blondie.
Oh.
Dang,
I mean,
that's
Blondie
6.
at the buzzer. I mean, it was.
That was 6.
Is it a group?
The only problem is I think Blondie's the name of the group.
It was my
Yeah.
only concern on that one.
Yeah.
Oh, Dennys
Deborah
are not
Harry.
concerned about it.
Deborah Harry's the singer of the group Blondie.
Oh.
So you got 5
Oh, it's so hard.
instead. That point is going to go to Dennys and Suits, who now lead 2-1. They need one more to win. Do it, bitch.
It doesn't matter. I just know how this game works.
Okay.
You can't get happy ever.
2-1 lead. Okay, it goes back to Virginia and Jaybird here.
Adele, dude. Did I say Adele?
Yeah, you did.
You did.
That's
Okay.
so hard.
Now we're talking about spices. How many spices can Jaybird name in 10 seconds, Virginia? How many spices?
I think Bird can name 5 spices.
5 spices. Okay, and it can't be from the group. You can't say scary, baby, just
Posh.
to let you know. Yeah, okay. 5. Okay, Dennys, what about Suits? How many can he name in 10 seconds?
I say do it. 5 spices.
Okay, 5 spices,
Oh, he
10
knows- he
seconds.
knows I'm a weak
Back
as
to
a-
Bird. He's hitting you hard. Your
Hold
time
on.
got this.
begins
Hold on.
now.
Garlic powder, cinnamon, basil. You've got butter. You've got oregano, garlic, chili powder, chili powder.
Oregano and garlic.
Those count. Those are spices.
Is garlic a spice?
Yes.
All right.
Okay, garlic is a spice, you're saying?
It's on the spice aisle. Dried garlic.
I get garlic all the time. with
Garlic powder, garlic salt.
garlic powder.
Well, that's a garlic's a spice.
Okay.
I mean, that
Though
was
widely
5.
used as an herb or spice, it's botanically a vegetable.
That's what I thought. Garlic.
All right, okay, we lost. Okay, got it.
Okay.
I mean, I don't know. It's up to the peeps.
Garlic is a vegetable that can be dried, powdered, and stored for long amounts of time and can be used to flavor cuisines. This makes garlic qualify as a spice. Oh, Bird.
Oh.
Wow, man, it's tied.
I
to
knew
a
it.
piece.
I could feel it.
It's tied to a piece, y'all.
I was ready to take it. I'm like, I just do it. Give it to me.
No,
whatever this
you
is.
did.
Wow.
You haven't Bill Bucknered it yet.
Okay.
This is when it happens at the end.
No,
When you're
no.
close to
Yeah.
the finish line. You can see the championship,
This is
Virginia, and then you Buckner it.
This is
Stop
it.
it. Stop being a self-fulfilling prophecy of pain.
It builds. It helps. Trust me, it helps.
It's the final round here, tied to a piece. Who's going to lose? Do it, bitch.
Oh, boy.
Okay, it goes back to Dennys and Suits. We're talking about rivers. How many rivers can Suits name in 10 seconds, Dennys?
I think Suits could name 4 rivers in 10 seconds.
4 rivers. Virginia, what do you think about with Jaybird?
Four rivers is doable. 5 rivers. Is 5 rivers doable?
Oh, God. It's
I mean, I think I can do 5. I believe in you, Bird.
5 it is.
5 it is.
I mean, I say do it, right?
You're saying do it? 5 rivers, 10 seconds. It's back to the Bird. Make it or break it. Your time begins now.
Hudson, Mississippi, rivers, Cuomo, rivers, 3 rivers, Bear River, Lake River, Turkey River.
God, that's so hard. Rivers?
There's no Turkey River? There's not a Turkey River on the planet.
There probably is, right?
Hold on. Turkey
I've
River.
heard Turkey Creek.
I bet you any money there's a Turkey River. What did I?
There is a Turkey River. It's in Iowa.
Boom, Turkey River. What was the other thing I said?
I think you're
Bear
still,
River.
even with Bear and Turkey, though, I think you're still at 4.
4.
Wait, what did
No,
I?
he said Mississippi. He said
I got
Hudson.
Got
Rivers,
those
Bear.
Cuomo.
And Turkey.
I can't take Rivers Cuomo.
Well, no, we can't take
That
Rivers.
was a joke.
Oh,
No.
I thought it was kind of being clever, and I got it right.
I loved
It
it.
has to be
That's why I
Cuomo
said,
River.
Oh, really? You're like, oh man.
Yeah.
Oh,
I don't
thought-
think any self-respecting game show would take Rivers Cuomo as a river.
All right. You said famous rivers.
You
So.
River Phoenix. I mean,
Oh, you said
there's
rivers.
a ton of rivers.
Yeah. We're not going to take that. That's an official ruling.
Oh,
Unfortunately,
man.
Bird is lost with Virginia.
Damn it.
I lost trying to be funny with Rivers Cuomo.
Yeah. All right, well, things move really fast when we play Do It Bitch. So a lot of times we have to go back and just kind of check everything. You got to fact check and all that. We don't have people sitting out for the wings to do all that because everybody's playing or hosting or something like that. So we were talking about rivers. It was right down to the last second. Jaybird had to name 5 in 10 seconds.
So what was the topic? Was it famous rivers or just rivers?
It was rivers.
Okay.
Yes, rivers. Yes, so we're looking for bodies of water, rivers. You had Hudson, Mississippi, Bear, Turkey, all rivers. You'd said lake, and there's no lake river that is coming up. So that was 4 out of 5. So that would not, you would not have hit the mark on that. So you did fall short. I will tell you there is one thing that is rather interesting, though, because we had gotten a comment here, and somebody had said, yeah, but check out the hockey teams. Natasha had said Jaybird got 4 hockey teams on that. And I look at that one, and the topic was to name professional hockey teams. And you had named 3 that were in the NHL, but you said the Grizzlies, which, you're thinking about the major leagues. The Grizzlies would be an NBA team, which is basketball. But if you're going under the criteria of professional, meaning that you get paid to play the sport, there is a Utah Grizzlies that play in the ECHL. That's basically minor league, but it's considered professional because the players get paid. So thus you actually got that one and you reversed the whole thing. And Jaybird and Virginia are actually going to be the winners today.
What?
Really?
How did this happen?
I just explained.
Thank you, Grizzlies.
Yes.
And people are telling me there is a lake river.
Damn.
I can only do a quick search. I look for it and I didn't see it.
Lake River has a Wikipedia page.
Lake River is in Washington State.
Okay. Well, then there you go. So regardless, you have hit the mark and we got a reversal.
Wow.
Yeah.
The 2 drunks?
This never happens.
Yeah.
We don't deserve it.
So I think you're covered on either one.
Yeah.
Somebody's, David saying, no, you did say NHL teams. I don't have it written that way, so I don't know. Maybe I did throw in NHL, but regardless, if you found Lake River in Washington State.
We did.
People in the chat room were saying it too, so we did look it up, and I think everyone does agree that there is a Lake River.
There is.
All right, so if that's the case, then you just hit the mark on that one, and that's the reason why you won. So you had 2 things that you could have possibly won on, so it's reverse the fortunes.
I don't want people thinking I'm trying to get out of something. If it's not there, it's not there.
Yeah.
I know it's
when we do a deeper dive, it looks like it all pans out. We got a lot of eyeballs on this, and we've done the
Price Waterhouse is in the back. They counted it. It looks legit.
Yeah.
All right.
Okay.
Damn.
So
Wow.
that's what was said. It looks like it's legit, and there you go.
This game reminds me of an ex-girlfriend I dated. Just all over the place, man.
Emotional, inconsistent.
Just too much, man.
Okay, so what the punishment is, this is now going to unfortunately fall on Suits and Dennys. The winners are going to get to style the loser's hair. So you can use hair gel, all that kind of stuff. When the show is over, we're going to do a little styling session, and there's going to be some photos posted up. So whatever you want to do with the hairs to style it.
Can I use barbecue sauce?
I guess if you think that's going to help you style it, I guess.
I want Suits.
Okay.
They got short hair, so it's going to be challenging.
Yeah.
They both got shorter hair. What can we do that's fun with shorter hair? You got the Mo from Three Stooges. It's got to be bigger than that.
Yeah, I'm thinking I'm going to go little baby ponytails all over.
Oh, can you do that to me too?
Like a porcupine?
I want that.
I'm going to make Suits into a porcupine.
Okay, so there you go. Quite a crazy round. So look for those photos on social media today.
Wow.
Yeah. Tense, huh? Wow. Crazy stuff. Okay, we got some of your confessions here today. We all are messing up right and left all over the place. But I do notice that when you admit it, you do make other people feel better because, hey, look, none of us are perfect. I always love to hear people be like, yeah, you know what? I got flaws. I messed this up. I did this wrong.
You guys only hear the flaws I have on the air. You should see the ones behind the scenes.
Oh, yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, so this is kind of make everybody feel a little bit better. And you can text them into us anonymously, 877-979-WRMF. This one confession here says, boss asked for my expert advice while buying his first Rolex after admiring mine for months. He wound up paying $9,000 and waited 9 months for his Rolex to arrive. Meanwhile, he doesn't know, but I bought mine at a market in the Bahamas for $100.
Oh.
Okay.
Yours is a fake. And he's been admiring it. There's some good fakes out there. You can buy like these Rolex fakes that really do look real.
Why? I don't even understand why you would even buy the real then.
Well, if you buy the real, a lot of times they do go up in value, and they do, last a lifetime.
Okay.
You can pass it down to your kid.
Okay.
What are those shoes I like that I blew out? They blew up. What they're called?
Crocs.
Crocs. I had fake Crocs.
Wow. Okay. Whoa.
I mean, talk about low. Crocs are bad as it is.
It was a croc. It was like CROCK.
You shouldn't even be allowed to contribute to this conversation.
It honestly took a level away from my feet.
Crocs.
One person confessing here, I regularly log into my ex's Netflix and skip episodes so he loses his place.
Oh, that's diabolical.
That is, man. That would screw you up.
Somebody said, I once went to a pizza restaurant and the waitress asked if I'd like my pizza cut into 4 or 8 slices. I thought about it and I said, I think 4 because I'm not sure I can eat 8. I'm pretty sure that's the dumbest thing I've ever said.
Don't be so hard on yourself.
Yeah, it's okay.
It was quick in the moment. They're throwing math at you.
Another confession says, somehow I'm in the situation where I hate baking, but I can't stop making things to put on Instagram because that's what my followers expect. The more I bake, the more followers I seem to attract. It's a never-ending nightmare.
Huh.
How about that? Okay.
She's baking with hatred?
Yeah, well, I guess she doesn't like baking, but every time she does, it works, and so she's addicted to those likes and followers on social media. Yeah, they got her hooked. This confession says, my wife looks through my phone thinking I don't know, but since she became addicted to Wordle, I've started solving it early every day and leaving the result up, so it's the first thing you see when you open the phone. She's since stopped looking.
Oh, you got the message. So she knew she got caught and didn't want to bring it up? Is that what that means?
I think it's like he sabotages her day at Wordle because she sees the answer and everybody's playing the same puzzle. And so it ruins it for her. And so
now she won't go to his phone.
Her snooping on his phone ruined her joy of Wordle. So clearly Wordle ranks higher than her being able to snoop on his phone.
I mean, isn't that exhausting to be in a relationship? You're doing these side fights that don't mean a hill of beans, and you're all, I'm gonna lie. No, I'm gonna go through the phone. Oh, that sounds like a lot of fun.
That's kind of an interesting one. Somebody said, I once read an article about a woman who said yes to anyone who asked her out on a date for a year. So that week after reading it, I committed to it, and a guy asked me out at a bar, and I didn't find him the least bit attractive, but I said yes. We've now been married 7 years, and I've never told him.
That's that whole yes man. Remember that movie with Jim Carrey? You wonder, you always hear people say the power of no is great, but the power of yes can lead to some exciting things.
Yeah, how about that? She didn't find, she would have said no, like, nah, I'm good. And wound up, I guess, loving his personality, and now they've been married for 7 years.
You never know.
But he has no idea. Do you think
Don't tell him. Yeah. Do not tell him. That is just going to be soul crushing.
Take that to the grave.
I like those stories where someone wasn't going to do. I was going to sit home, and I wasn't going to go out, and they go out and something awesome
amazing
happens.
Or
ridiculous happens.
That's an interesting lesson there. This person confessing, they said, my wife and I have lost a ton of weight in the new year. People are always congratulating us on our hard work and saying how great we look. And then they're like, what are you guys doing? Are you dieting? You exercising? And we have lied about it the entire new year. They just don't know we started doing more coke than ever since New Year's Eve, and we've lost a lot of weight. But they're not telling people why.
That's a very expensive diet.
It is an expensive diet.
And that's one you want to keep it kind of quiet.
What do you think people would say if you're honest? Be like, no, we're just doing a lot of blow. Would people just think you're kidding?
Yes.
Or would they,
Yes. They would think you're kidding.
Maybe you should just start going with the truth then. Like, we're doing a ton of blow.
That's why it does work. Why are you so skinny? Oh, I got a cane.
Yeah, just see how people start responding. I think the honesty might be your friend on that one.
There's a lot of dumbass criminals to talk about, baby. It's the whacked out news. People breaking the law. Ha ha, fighting in the nude. Ha, drunk people pooping in the street. Ha ha, it's the whacked out news. So many people on meth. Ow!
Whoa.
Did you see the story about the 52-year-old JetBlue pilot James Clifton that got stopped by authorities at Fort Lauderdale International Airport just before takeoff?
Uh-oh, James. What'd you do?
He was going through TSA and he was acting strange at the gate. And they contacted federal authorities and said, yeah, you might want to check out this JetBlue pilot before he gets, behind the controls.
What was he doing?
Maybe just stammering, stuttering, tripping, falling, that kind of stuff.
Growling.
And
was he drunk?
They went and they found him and they were like, dude, you reek of booze and you've been drinking. And he admitted to having 7 to 8 drinks the night before at dinner. They gave him a breathalyzer and he was 4 times the legal limit to fly.
Oh my God.
He had a .04 blood alcohol level. Now that, the criteria is stricter for pilots, thank goodness.
Right, as it should be.
Yeah, if you're behind the wheel of a car, it's .08, but for pilots, .04, 4 times the legal limit he blew.
I wouldn't even flying a plane and even having a beer would make me nervous.
Yeah,
right?
Yeah, now he's looking at federal charges. Dang. For trying to get behind the controls of a plane while intoxicated.
So he was ready to, he was going to fly that thing.
If they wouldn't have said anything, he would have been taking you into the friendly skies.
And he probably thought, you know what, I'm acting pretty cool. No one knows I'm hammered right now. And meanwhile, everyone's going, what is going on with that
It's
guy?
like that Denzel Washington movie where he was an alcoholic pilot. But
he
he flew better. It was crazy. He did. And he would do blow to straighten himself up.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
Whoa, that's quite the flight.
Oh, he was on the flight. He would go and find the vodka bottles and he poured in his orange juice. And he was actually drinking as he was flying in the movie.
Dang.
Yeah. There's a woman in Pennsylvania that got 2 guys to dig up her ex-boyfriend's ashes last year. And she just got caught because she left the urn sitting out on a table. And her probation officer came over and said, thought he was buried.
Oh, she has priors.
Yeah.
Shocked.
Right. That's a little twisted, huh?
They buried the urn?
I guess so.
Huh.
Some people do that.
Okay.
Yeah, they do. I know it's not typical, but...
yeah, and she had 2 dudes dig it up, and you can't do that, apparently.
When someone loses a loved one and they dig them up, as weird, as creepy it is, my heart kind of goes out for them because I think they're lost. They want to see that loved one.
Yeah.
I think that's what was going on, no?
Yeah, it sounds like she missed him.
And the grief.
You ever have a crazy ex? You ever have a crazy ex throw a Molotov cocktail through your window?
Never.
Nope.
This happened in Fort Myers.
That's why you need to get them hurricane windows, y'all.
She came up to her ex's house and she had a Molotov cocktail in one hand and a rock in the other.
Damn.
And the only one home at the time was her ex's son. And he's like, Dad, your ex be crazy. Yeah, she chucked it into the house, caused about $15,000 to $20,000 worth of damage.
Damn, girl.
And then took off in a car. Yeah,
Did they
since
catch
tracked
her?
her down?
Okay.
Yes, yeah. 2 kids in Fort Myers ran up to 2 other kids on Saturday and sprayed them with silly string, and they got arrested for battery because of it. And it's crazy because the other kids' parents wanted to press charges, so that's the way it all went down.
I think it's very excessive.
Yeah, I don't think it's fair. They're probably just playing around.
I'll be mad for a second, but I wouldn't press charges for anything. It's called silly string.
Joking
It's silly.
around.
Just the charges, that part, if that was me, I'll be done for. That would be on my record, and I don't want that.
Crazy, huh?
Let me go around town and just start silly stringing people randomly in the face and see how they.
It's aggressive.
Yeah.
You can't touch people, man.
Yeah.
It's just the way it is.
That is the way of the world these days. You're right.
Now, if someone silly stringed me, I like silly things.
If you're at a party and it's all your friends and you
Yeah.
get silly string, that's one thing. But if you don't want it and you're on your bike and somebody sprays you in the face with it.
I'm not going to press charges, but with that said, a lot of people don't like things thrown at them
Right.
or sprayed in their face. I get that it's fun and it's silly.
It's aggressive.
Yeah, it definitely is. A federal judge in Illinois has dismissed a suit against the Kellogg's company. A woman had alleged that Pop-Tarts, the labeling is deceiving because they don't have enough real strawberries, and the judge dismissed the claim, saying no reasonable consumer would have been fooled by that.
I like that strawberry Kellogg's.
The what?
Is that what you said it was? Strawberry?
Pop-Tarts.
Pop-Tart.
Oh, Pop-Tart. Okay, I'm
Yeah.
sorry. I like that too. So I'm still on topic.
I like everything strawberry.
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 And they got a $900 million lawsuit going on about the whole McFlurry thing and the ice cream machines being broken now.
Really?
Yeah, that's going to be interesting.
When everybody on the planet has a story about, went to McDonald's and it broke. There's
Yeah.
something going on there.
Something to it. Don't know if you can believe the story, but got people's attention on Reddit. There was a woman that was looking for advice after her husband suggested skipping IVF and trying something else instead. Now, they've been struggling to get pregnant, so her younger sister offered to be their surrogate, and now the husband wants to save money and just get her sister pregnant the old-fashioned way, and she's gone to Reddit for advice.
Your younger, hotter sister, he wants to do it all natural. Oh, yeah, it's just for the family.
Yeah, so he says. Now, Virginia, you missed this story, but you might remember Cindy Falco DiCorrado. She's a candidate for mayor of Boynton Beach.
Oh, yes. I know all about this one. We played it when she originally had her moment in the bagel shop.
Yes.
And it was very pronounced and loud.
Yeah, there was a mask mandate going on. She wouldn't put the mask on. They said, you got to have a mask on or you have to leave. She's like, I'm not leaving and I'm not putting a mask on. So the authorities came and got her and she was screaming and all that kind of stuff.
No!
Well, a jury found her guilty of trespassing and resisting an officer without violence, and she faced a year in jail, a year of probation, and fines beyond the court costs. And so now she's got a following. And so she has all these people there, and she's in court, and she's laying on the ground for 10 minutes.
In court?
In court, and she is praying out loud, saying the Lord's Prayer.
Our Father, who art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Thy kingdom come, thy will be done, on earth as it is in heaven.
Oh, my.
Right.
We have jumped the shark, girl.
Oh, it was crazy. And then she gets up from doing that and she starts speaking in tongues.
Can I vote for her? I don't live in that town, but I believe that she needs to be the next mayor.
You're playing with fire, Sinicky. People are going to think you're kidding.
Yeah. Yeah. It would be very entertaining. I think it'd be disastrous for the city of Boynton Beach, but it would be very entertaining. And I don't know if she has the money for it, so we decided to help her out. We put together her own campaign ad. So if you did want to vote for her, this is what it would sound like. Politics not crazy enough for you? Well, then we have a candidate for you. Cindy Falco DiCorrado. Boynton Beach on March 8th. You can vote for Cindy Falco DiCorrado to be your mayor. She'll fight for your rights even harder than she fights for her own.
The police department are ignorant of their constitutional rights, and I have the right to protect my personhood.
Are you tired of people messing with your personhood?
Shame on you. Shame on you.
Tired of getting kicked out of bagel shops?
Stop it! You cannot arrest me! I've done nothing illegal!
Angry that Boynton Beach still doesn't have a Buc-ee's? Then you must vote Cindy Falco DiCorrado on March 8th. She's the kind of candidate only South Florida can provide. She may not speak Spanish, but she can speak in tongues. Paid for by the committee to elect the worst candidate possible. Could you imagine if she wins? I mean, could you imagine if she wins?
So this is funny. Jamie in the chat room says, my ex lives in Boynton. I'd vote for her.
Uh-oh, it could happen. Oh, yesterday in the Whacked Out News, we had a story about a Flagler County, Florida man that was caught doing a 50 and a 30 mile per hour zone after blowing through a stop sign there in Palm Coast.
Ruh-roh.
Yeah, and then when he was questioned by the deputy, he said, I just found out that Putin said that he's going to launch a nuclear thermal war against the world, and I was just trying to get back to my house to find out what the heck is going on. It didn't work. He still got the ticket, so that was a failed excuse. So
Nice try, though.
yeah.
Creative?
Yeah, I guess.
Putin is in the news for being a little bit squirrely.
I mean, it's all over the news, Virginia. It's the only thing on the news in some channels.
He should have went with poopy cramps, in my opinion, but that's just me.
Well, this is why I was kind of interested to find out what are the excuses that will actually get you out of a traffic ticket and what are the success rates of each. And carinsurance.com did this and broke it down. I said, my goodness, could you have a more valuable list today? I don't think so. Number one, with a 26% success rate, they say, is to say, I didn't know I was speeding. I guess in a sense, play ignorant to be like, oh my gosh, I am so sorry. I had no idea that my mind was on something else.
I did not know I was doing 70 and a 25. And you got away from me?
No idea. Just, you're right. My mind was on something else. 26% success rate, which is still actually not good. I mean, you think about that. The number one excuse you can use to get out of a ticket still only works 1 out of every 4 times.
And that's all about if the cop's going to be cool or not.
Yeah, you don't know what you're going to get. A medical emergency actually works a little less, only 25% success rate on that.
So poopy cramps would not work.
Unless.
That's not a medical emergency.
Well,
if you want to make the poopy cramps thing work and you're willing to fully commit, as you're being pulled over, you need to defecate on yourself a little bit. And I think that would work.
She's not lying. I agree with her.
Or you just go to jail with crap on your pants.
It could go either way.
It could. That's why we call it a gamble. It's
Chances
a ballsy
are,
move.
You're not going to jail, though. I mean, you're going to get a ticket if you fail at getting them to see your side of things. You're not going to jail.
What would be the worst case scenario? The officer goes, "Did you just crap your pants? That's weird, dude. Here's your ticket."
Yeah.
You got to
Don't speed home to change your pants.
You got to convince him that the reason you were speeding was because you just accidentally crapped your pants.
And I got a medical condition. That's my medical. I got a weak BH.
I got a sharp part.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, they have a separate category for you have to use the bathroom. That has a 20% success rate. The medical emergency has a 25% success rate.
And I wonder if, even if you didn't have the medical emergency, if you sell it, does that help it or does that hurt it? I think you can oversell it or you could sell it pretty good if you said you had a medical emergency.
I think this is all about how you do sell it. Any of these excuses. It's how you come across. So the one part is you, how you sell it. 2 is who you're selling it to and what mood they're in.
What if I just said, sorry, officer, I don't know, I'm just having racing thoughts. I feel like I'm losing my mind. I just want to go home. Can I just go home?
That might work.
Does that work?
I'm having a mental breakdown and I just need to get home and get off the road because I don't know what I'm going to do. I'm just going to drive myself into a tree.
I didn't know I was speeding. Thoughts.
And then you poop yourself. Hit him with a 1-2 punch.
Yeah.
I'm having a mental breakdown and I just make dookie in my pants.
That's how they just throw the ticket at you. They don't hand it to you. They're just like, here, and throw it in your car.
No one can say you didn't try to sell it, though.
Yeah, at least you went for it.
Other great excuses, being late for work has a 21% success rate. Saying that you are late for an interview has a 16% success rate. Saying that you're late to pick up or drop off your child has a 15% success rate. Saying that you didn't see the sign. That's kind of like, I guess, speed would be the one that works the best. Saying, oh my gosh, I'm so sorry. I did not see that.
What if you fall on the sword and just go, you know what, officer? You caught me. I like to go fast. Does some officer go, all right, this guy's honest?
I respect your honesty. I don't think that would work very well. Yeah, it has not made the list of the top 10. Being late for a court appointment and late for the doctor rounds out your top 10 on the best excuses. Is there one that you think should be in the top 10 that works for you? Are you in law enforcement? Have you ever had one that was unique that worked on you?
I swear we have asked the question, if somebody legit, if Virginia got pulled over, goes, officer, I have to go to the bathroom. I'm about to crap my pants. We had a few officers say that can get you out of a ticket if the officer's cool enough.
20% success rate.
If you sell it right.
You gotta sell it right.
You gotta be believable.
Right.
Okay.
And how committed are you to take that Duke?
Okay. Talking about the most effective excuses to get out of a traffic ticket. Virginia, you're talking about staging a mental breakdown, but people have been texting in saying that police can absolutely Baker Act you if there's any cause for concern that you may hurt yourself or others. So instead of getting a $100 ticket, you may have a very expensive
we got a
psychiatric stay.
$51.50 hold.
Yeah. So that could happen.
I don't know. A Baker Act kind of sounds cozy for a couple of days.
I've always said that. I think it's great. Give me 3 squares, some snacks. I could use it.
Everybody comes into the room and they're really sweet to you. Are you okay?
Yeah. Can I get Baker Acted?
Can we Baker Act ourselves? I just want a couple days break.
You just got back from New Orleans.
I know, but I need a vacation from my vacation.
She does, and she's walking to get water.
Yeah.
And I don't even think she realizes she's doing it as she's walking. She's going, she's grunting and moaning.
I sound like that troll under the bridge.
You do. You straight up sound like a troll today.
It all hurts.
Well, we found out that a medical emergency has a 25% success rate of getting you out of a ticket. But listen to this. We got a text from a labor nurse who said that she had a doctor get pulled over for speeding to the hospital for an emergency. And the cop said that, okay, I'll follow you there. So the doctor made it at the hospital, finished the emergency C-section, and then gave the doctor a ticket.
There's no way that officer did not have a flat top.
That officer is so uncool.
There's no way he'd have a flat top.
He waited and gave him the ticket?
Dang, it's crazy.
Dude, you are savage.
Well, I'd imagine labor probably takes a minute.
A minute.
Yeah. So he was sitting...
Cutting open a human and then pulling another human out. Little time consuming.
Crazy, right?
I don't like that one.
He waited.
Mm-hmm.
Dang.
Hashtag be cool.
That dude's a jerk.
You are. You would fall under a jerk as if am I a jerk segment.
Yes, you are a jerk.
Mm-hmm. Someone else said, yeah, my dog wouldn't stop barking from the back seat. Cop got annoyed and let me go. I've had that happen 3 times now.
Really?
Nice job, doggy.
Interesting.
Good boy.
That's amazing.
We're going right to Burger King. You just got a Whopper.
Also, you might want to slow it down. If you've been pulled over 3 different times, let's watch the road. Come on. What are you doing?
Wow. How about that? And Michael said, yeah, I got out of a ticket by telling the cop that I had just wanted to go home. She saw my suitcase in the back seat and said, yeah, just go ahead and go. I was stunned. I couldn't believe it.
Aww.
Isn't that the best feeling, though, when you've gotten pulled over and they're like, yeah, just a warning, you're good.
Yes, that happened to me in North Palm Beach, and I rolled to a stop sign, and as soon as I rolled it, I saw the lights. I go, damn it. Because it was one of those neighborhoods, there wasn't even a tumbleweed out there. There was nothing going on. Pulled me over and was really cool about it.
Okay.
Yes, loved it.
Okay. And somebody else said, yeah, I once got pulled over and the cop asked why I was going 53 and a 35. And I said, I'm dyslexic. He actually chuckled and said, go ahead and go.
Yes. I love it.
How awesome is that, huh? Okay.
You win.
Yeah, you do. Coming up on Saturday, great concert going to be going on. It's a whole day of festivities where you can eat ribs and listen to country artists. They got a really good bill this year, too. I'm very excited. Probably my favorite country artist is Jake Owen. He's the headliner. Jimmy Allen going to be out there. James Rogers has a bunch of hits you're going to enjoy. So we got some tickets for you here right now with a little round of Mugshot or Not. You can play if you have or have not ever had a mugshot. We just got to try to guess correctly. Going to ask you a couple questions. Try to see if we can get some context clues here. We're going to start with Kelly in Boynton Beach. Hello, Kelly.
Hello. Good morning.
Good morning. How you doing today?
Great. How are you guys?
Doing good. Doing good. Okay, we're each going to ask you a couple questions, and then we'll try to guess whether or not you've actually had a mugshot photo taken by the authorities. My question for you is, when's the last time you really kicked somebody's ass? And I mean good.
Probably about a year ago.
Really? Can you say who it was, what happened?
It was a neighbor for messing with my kid.
Oh,
Okay.
dang.
I like it.
Wow. Okay. Virginia, what's your question here for
Don't
Kelly?
mess with my child. Don't mess with my child.
A mama bear. Kelly's a mama bear. Don't play. What kind of beatdown did you lay on this person?
Just a slap.
Okay.
In the face.
Let's go, okay.
Did you slap first? Or did they say something? You're like, whoosh.
Yeah, they said something, and it's like I'm like Virginia, like
Love
that.
it.
Don't mess with my kid.
Get him.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay. All right, Virginia, what question you have here for Kelly?
If you really want to party hard, what is your favorite drink of choice?
I would say tequila.
Tequila.
Okay, wow. All right. So she will drink tequila and then slap the crap out of you.
This girl sounds awesome.
Yeah.
How many times have you done cocaine?
Never.
Never. Okay. Never done the booger sugar.
All right.
I just, even from those three questions, I am going to go out and say that I think Kelly has had a mugshot photo. Virginia, what do you think?
I'm going to say I think she doesn't.
Okay. Jaybird?
I think she could, but I don't think she does not.
What?
I'm saying she could have got arrested, but she's gotten away with it, is what I mean. She got the
She's
attitude
never
for-
taken a mugshot
Yeah,
photo.
But she
You can't catch me.
Exactly.
Okay, so the overall ruling from the show is you do not have a mugshot photo. Kelly, do you have a mugshot or not?
No, I never had a mugshot. Never
Look
got
at
it.
this.
Okay.
Can't catch me.
Seem like you're street savvy.
Living it right. Yeah, doing it. Okay. Entertaining stuff. Thank you very much, Kelly.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah.
When's the last altercation you've been in?
You need to come meet up with us at the Crazy Horse for St. Patty's Day.
Yeah.
You slap somebody if they say something to your kid? Or do they have to touch your kid for you to get physical?
I don't know. It depends on the circumstances, but
How about this? You're at a store. Tell this idiot to shut up. And they're talking to Rocco.
it starts verbal. But, you know, I mean, if they want to hit me first, let's go.
Well, that's different. I'm saying, would a comment ever drive you to hit somebody else like would happen to her?
I don't know. I like them to hit me first.
Oh, yeah.
Got Richard on here from Lake Worth Beach. Mugshot or not, he wants to play along. Okay, Richard, how you doing, bud?
Good morning. Good morning. How are you today?
Doing
Good.
good.
They're repaving my street out there. It's a mess.
Repaving your street. Well, I mean, that's good in Lake Worth Beach, right? They're taking care of the essentials.
Yeah, they're milling it, scraping off the top layer, and then they're going to repave it. So.
Yeah, is your power on or off right now?
Oh, no, I have power.
Okay.
I'm listening to you on the radio. So.
Okay, well, that's a blessing then. Okay. All right, so we got a couple questions here for you to try to decide if you've ever had a mugshot or not. My question for you, Richard,
Okay.
have you ever fantasized about how you would kill someone?
Yep, quite a few times.
Maybe we all have.
Quite a few times.
Quite a few times.
All right.
Okay. All right, Jaybird, you got a question for Richard?
I do. What's the worst thing to ever happen to you while drinking?
Lost my car. Couldn't remember where I put it.
Bird gets that.
Yes, I know that move.
Mm-hmm. And Virginia, what question do you have for Richard?
What would your family say? What would your family say is their biggest disappointment about you?
Been married too many times.
All right.
Okay.
Oh, the heartbreaker. Okay.
Okay. What do you think about Richard here? Mug shot or not? I'm getting a no out of this. Virginia?
I don't know. I'm kind of getting a yes.
Are you? Okay.
Oh, I'm getting a yes.
I'm feeling
Really?
like this guy's squirrely.
He can't right off the bat. I kind of noticed. He's like, oh, the street. He's got an edge, and I like that.
Yeah,
But I
and,
think
he
that-
fantasizes about how to kill people.
I think that edge has gotten
Yeah.
him in the slammer.
Okay. The overall vote is yes. Richard, have you ever taken a mugshot or not?
Yeah, I got 2.
Yeah, look
Hear
at
it in
you
your
guys. Wow.
Get
That's
him.
impressive.
What did he? Can he say what he did?
Go ahead, Richard.
What?
What did you do to get
What I
arrested?
did? One was I kind of hit my wife with a milk carton.
Oh no!
Yeah, they might get you on that one. Yeah, boy, I fantasize about that one though.
Which wife was
And
it?
were you in the whacked out news? Did Kevin read this?
Yeah.
Ugh.
Okay.
Wow. All right. It's, we went off the answer.
And that's the good one. Yeah.
Kind of
got dark.
Got a little weird. I
Yeah.
was not expecting that. Ugh.
Yeah. Okay. There you go. Are there good questions, Bird?
I didn't know we were going to go there.
We get hard over here.
Okay, let's see if we can give away some tickets here, though. You guys are all on it today. Rosalita is on here from Juno Beach. Hello, Rosalita.
Hi, good morning. Happy Friday Eve.
Happy Friday
Eve.
Okay, we got some questions here. Try to decide if you got a mugshot or not. Rosalita, have you ever hit a car with a baseball bat?
No.
No. Okay. Virginia, you got a question for her?
Have you ever done damage to somebody else's property in a fit of rage?
No. Okay.
Nope.
Okay.
Have you ever gotten a tattoo because someone had done you wrong and you just had to ink it up?
No. No, I have not.
Has she done anything that's been crazy?
She is a mugshot.
You're going to say yeah?
She
'cause
does. I can hear it in her voice.
You're saying yes? What do you think, Virginia?
Yeah, I'm leaning yes.
Don't mess with her. She runs hot.
I'm going to see if I can keep my streak and miss every single one. I'm going to go with no. Rosalita, have you ever had a mugshot photo taken?
I did.
Yep.
I did in 1995.
I'm not going to ask you what you did because that did not work out well.
Did you throw a milk carton at your wife?
No, I would not have a mugshot. I actually got the mugshot. However, I was cleared because it was considered entrapment.
Oh,
Las Olas in Lauderdale, and me and my girlfriend were walking the streets, going from bar to bar, and a car pulled up and said, "Hey, show us what you got." So she showed lower, I showed top, and they got out of the car and they said, "We're undercover," and they cuffed us right then and there. But it was considered entrapment because they asked us to show.
Wow.
Whoa.
And
We got out of it. Thank God.
I got so many questions. I'm so afraid to ask them. Only because my last question didn't go so well.
Well, we're not talking to Richard now. I mean, this is Rosalita. This has got me intrigued.
Yeah.
Well, so you really weren't doing anything. You were just guys having fun on the street.
Yeah, we were just walking from bar to bar. I remember we were on Las Olas, and we had come to like an intersection, and we were kind of giggling and laughing. And of course, you know, in 1995, in your 20s, you got short skirts, you got little tighty whities or whatever the hell you're wearing. Oh, sorry. And then you've got, you got your sandals, your high heels, and you got your little mini skirt, your little, push-up tops or whatever. And
You
we
look
were
cute.
feeling good and feeling no pain.
Yeah.
And they're like, "Hey, show us what you got." Right when they pulled up, because we had stopped at the light, and they had pulled up and stopped at the light as well. And then that's when they rolled down the window, and they got out and they pulled their badge right from under their shirt.
Yeah, that ain't
Like,
cool,
what
man.
happened?
But to me, flashing's not soliciting. People flash for just fun. It's not as if you were trying to have sex with anybody.
I know, but flashing is still indecent.
They had asked us to do that. We didn't do it on our own. They asked us.
Yeah.
They said, "Hey, show us what you got." And then that's when they came over and they must have had a boring night and said, "You know what? Let's get these two."
Wow.
So,
I'm
but
so
as soon
glad
as
you
we
were
got
vindicated.
they let us go.
Yeah. And you got a mugshot photo out of it. Fascinating.
That's a great story.
Very nice. Well, thank you very much, Rosalita. Appreciate it.
You are so welcome. Thank you, guys. I appreciate it. You guys have a good day.
You too.
You guys are really dialed into the people have mugshots or not. You guys are unstoppable today.
Richard, that story.
Yeah.
It's going to stick with you.
You can tell he's like, I don't know if you guys want to know this.
Why do you say that? Have the 7-second
Yeah.
pause he had?
You took all the fun out of Jason's day.
Get my wife with a milk
He
carton,
wants to
you know?
go home.
Yeah.
It's like, oh man, that's a rough.
Yeah.
Everyone in the chat room goes, whoa, that was awkward.
Whoa, that was tough.
Well, you didn't want to answer it.
Whoa, that was tough. Yeah. You really don't want to know this, but all right.
Next time, make up something else.
Here you
Don't
go.
tell people that.
Yeah, here you go. Apparently, there are several drinks that bartenders hate to make. And if you order it, they're going to be like, ugh, and hate you for it. Now, this list that came from hermoments.com is very questionable. But we just posted up there to get bartenders' real take on what they thought about it. Here are 5 drink orders that they listed that they say bartenders hate to make. Number 1 on the list was a Bloody Mary. They said outside of brunch, they're a pain to make, especially the ones that require lots of garnish.
Do they take a long time to make? When you order a Bloody Mary, what do you get in it?
Well, it depends upon what the regulation is with the bar or restaurant you're at. Now, some of them you would just be taking vodka and throwing in some mix and, maybe some salt around the rim, and that would be it. But some of them will throw in all kinds of garnish, and that's why I think they were saying that, they're ready for it if it's brunch and it's all good, but it's 6 p.m. and you order a Bloody Mary and they're like, okay, now I got to grab this, I got to get that, I got to do this. And, the one thing I will tell you about Bloody Mary drinkers, like my wife loves them. Every Saturday morning we get one, and she can tell, and a bartender can affect their tip by whether or not some will just put the stuff in and not give you the salt or whatever around the rim. My wife's very particular about that. She loves that part of it. And it's odd. We'll go to the same place, and sometimes you get it, sometimes you don't. And that's really the tough thing about a Bloody Mary. And I would tell you, if you do have a bar or restaurant, you got to make it consistent. You can't have bartenders doing their own thing, whatever they do. Because if somebody's going there and say, I love the Bloody Mary there, but every time you go, it's different. I'll tell you, from a Bloody Mary drinker, they're not going to keep going back for it.
I tell you, man, I do not get you Bloody Mary people. I think it is gnarly in a glass. Ugh.
Yeah, they're thick, and it's one that you'd only have one. I'm not going to say, like, yeah, let's keep it going with the Bloody Marys. Now you have one and done.
Because if you are getting all hammered up on Bloody Marys, that is how you crap yourself. No,
I've never crapped myself on Bloody Marys,
but let's get some today and see how it goes.
Well, yeah. I'm saying if you really doing a rager, that's kind of a thick drink.
It is. That's why you only do one.
Yeah, all right.
Yeah. Mojito is another one they put on their list. They say the process of muddling mint with a wooden spoon is tedious and time-consuming when you're slammed. They say Long Island iced teas. It can annoy a bartender because they know you are on a roller coaster to get completely hammered.
And then you annoy everyone else after you finish half of it because you're hammered. I mean, Long Island iced tea is a great way to black out.
Hermoments.com also said the vodka soda with lime. And the reason why, they said you don't care about taste, you care about getting wrecked. So that was one that they had put on their list.
Awfully judgy,
yeah.
Mr. or Mrs. Bartender. I'm coming here to forget my worries.
That was one of the very questionable ones that I had.
Yeah, a lot of people just order that because they don't want the calories.
Yeah.
Was it happy hour or judgy hour?
And then they said Blue Hawaiian. Real bartenders aren't fond of making drinks that look like Kool-Aid. That's what it said on the list from hermoments.com, the drink orders bartenders hate to make. Now, some of the comments that we got, Bailey said, there's a couple ones that are way off there, but she said no frozen margaritas or Miami Vices. A Miami Vice is AKA the pain in the ass. It usually requires 2 blenders and too much of the bartender's time. Much like McDonald's, our ice cream machine / blender is broken. I saw a lot of bartenders saying that if somebody orders a frozen drink, they'll just be like, sorry, the blender's broken.
So if you order Miami Vices, you're a douche? Is that kind of what they're saying?
In a way, and I would say unless you're at like a Wet Willie's and it's just coming right out of the machine, then yeah.
If it's slammed and you're asking for that drink,
you're going to really annoy the bartender. Be like, oh, great, Miami Vice.
Because they don't have time.
Yeah. Natasha said rum punch, absolute worst. Okay.
Why?
I don't know. She didn't say why. That's all she said.
You don't even have to be exact with the science. Throw some punch in there and throw some booze.
I think so. Megan said Virginia was talking a couple of weeks ago about pisco sours. Those are such a pain in the ass to make and require so much cleanup because you're dealing with raw eggs.
Oh, to make the foam.
Yeah, sounds disgusting. Egg liquor?
And Brittany said Irish coffee. I don't have time to go get coffee or find whipped cream either. So there you go.
Shouldn't coffee and whipped cream be kind of easy to find?
You would think.
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, I could just hear someone say, well, I have to go find coffee and whipped cream. Like, oh, I mean, you guys got a kitchen? Do you guys...
Yeah, I guess with bartenders, they're there at the bar. Anything they have to go to run to a kitchen to get that's not right there and immediate for them, it slows them down. And
there's always some douche that, oh yeah, my hometown, we used to do the Slimer drop. You know how to make the Slimer drop? No, it was big in Utah. Well, it's Florida, douche.
Yeah. Another email I thought was interesting, Christina. We were talking about yesterday, there was a tactic, the mirroring. If you repeat back a customer's order, supposedly you get 70% higher tips. That was according to a research project that they had done. And then we're also talking about a restaurant in San Francisco that they don't do the tips. Whatever people make, they put into a kitty, but they pay for your 401k, and apparently they pay good wages and things like that. And I was just asking, I said, okay, well, what would you prefer? A good paying server job or to get the tips instead? And Christina said, you can always tell the people who have never served a day in their life. They are the ones who are always crying to pay a fair wage to servers. If you actually ask most servers, they will want to keep tips. People are often very surprised or outraged to find out that we, on average, pull in about $30 an hour, $20 an hour on bad nights. If a bad tip is left or none at all, there's always somebody there who will over tip and make up for it. In my 20 years of serving, I have never found a server who would prefer to get a fair wage instead of tips.
Agreed. I'm with you.
Okay, so there you go. Some interesting stuff. Appreciate the feedback. All right, you can always send us those emails, mail@kvjshow.com. Got some more of them coming up on the After the Show podcast. Before we get there, though, Bird, would you wrap it all up today with your thought?
Be yourself, but be your better self. Furthermore, life is tough. Give hugs and love your lovers.
Have a good day.
And don't ever quit, kids. And I love you guys. And welcome back, Virginia. And that's all I got. It was a terrible thought. I failed it. Sorry.
The KVJ Show on 97.9 WRMF.